Oh, what is that?
Dial that back a bit. What's that?
What?
That looks so foamy.
That's foamy.
Oh, the drink.
Just an iced vanilla latte with chocolate full foam.
So how was everybody's week? Everybody's week was good?
Good.
Everybody had a good time? Yeah, it's good.
Hello. You're not supposed to be knocked over that tragically. That's right.
So,
And no, that's a little much. Let's go a little lighter. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Dungeons and Dragons, Lions and Nobles, the #1 Dungeons and Dragons stream to feature foreign interests stuck in the middle of a giant, moist, humid place. A giant, expansive, humid, moist. I can't keep that one going. I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously. In any event, who would care to regale for us what happened last session on Lions and Nobles?
We tried and failed miserably.
Yeah, kind of like my intro there, but you know.
We chased after the boat that had the.
Londa and Donovan and Sigma. Not Sigma.
Um,
Thank God it wasn't
Croman.
Sigma.
Yeah.
The boat
Yeah.
was Sigma.
we chased after the boat. Yeah, it had Croman on it. Of course.
We didn't know Karsak was on there, but
Yeah,
Karsak's on there.
we didn't know
Right.
Karsak. Flick jumped on the boat, realized it was on there, with a bunch of bad rolls. Everything kind of went from bad to worse. When we were on the, while we were on the ship as well, Flick saw a big bullywog, green frog sort of shaman guy who we had never seen before, show up, and he was gonna eat you, I think.
I don't know what his plan was, but it wasn't gonna be good.
I think he was gonna eat you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Damn bullywugs.
Yeah, can't trust them.
Can't trust him.
Yeah.
Shot above it.
We managed to, well, actually, Tharla, with her wild magic, managed to teleport onto the boat and get Fleck off in time. And we were all pretty bad hurt, and we retreated away from the boat. Yeah, but before, what's it called? Croman severely beat up Flick, almost to death.
we're currently licking our wounds in a subterranean cavern.
Those are
after
pretty
being
neat.
blessed by
Those
Oh,
are very-
Indeed. There was quite the moment, wasn't there?
Gorgeous.
A lot of you happened upon a someone
Found
down in
just
a holy
randomly in a
place.
store. I'm like, I'm gonna
And
go there.
has made her champion buff.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Edith has been named champion
Which actually I have a question about something.
of Mama
Yeah, no
Lily.
doubt. I'd have questions too.
Petrichor's re-recited his paladin oath to her as well, so he pledged himself to Mama Lily's as well.
Sure,
Yeah.
Ben also had a little moment.
you did.
With us.
Did indeed.
Oh, yeah.
During your escape there, I believe, a desperate moment brought out a desperate measure.
Damn, bastard.
And with that, yeah, I mean, you guys were making the rounds on that boat. Things were looking grim when, what happened there?
Um,
A hero rose.
yeah, there's a giant snake under our boat. What's its name?
Thank you.
Debosta? Or
Debostra.
Debostra?
Debostra.
Yeah. There's,
The great snake of secrets.
yeah, it was kind of helping us control the boat, and then
Neck rub.
when we went to sleep, I was kind of like sleep paralysis, and I look up and I kind of see like the Bostra's eyes looking at me at the end before I kind of blacked out. That's all I remember.
That's true. No, that is exactly. And quite so. Ben wakes up the next morning. Oh, hang on a second. Actually, let me just. You guys wake up one after the next morning. Oh, who can tell us where were we at the end of that last session? You guys were.
In the
Yes,
cave.
it is. Thank you for asking.
What's the cave called?
It is a holy place. It does not necessarily have a name. No one asked. But, I mean, it does, actually. No one does.
We just don't know.
It's a
I don't know, I could probably,
dark
like, ask
purple
plants or
pond mushroom cave.
I mean, yes.
A holy divine place of this world where Mama Lily is an old wizard.
It had a crystal, yes. It's been used, ever so wisely, I'm sure, by somebody's opinion anyhow.
Used once.
She
That's
beat
right.
a wizard lady.
Never again.
healed myself for a long rest.
But
I
having
had a long rest.
found yourself a new alignment in faith, so to speak, you feel a chill from the base of your spine as you feel that your old leadership, your old management, might not take so kindly to get in the boot. Regardless of this, though, the pantheon of the swamp surrounding has welcomed you, or so you feel. As you feel all around you, this holy place echoing so many thoughts and memories, so many emotions, so many times gone by. And as you all wake up the next morning, or at least sometime later, feeling very rested, you feel great. So fantastic, so terrific, so wonderful, rejuvenated, incredible even. Like you were a brand new planted seed with the whole of your life ahead of you. All of that space ahead to climb up and reach the sun. But you're in the darkness, save for the purple light glowing ever so nicely, pleasantly.
Except for those
Beautiful.
of us with dark vision.
That's true.
I don't have dark vision.
It's just dark.
The chamber is peaceful,
Is it light enough for us to see color?
100%. Yeah, you guys can just see a little bit of your actual shades amidst the deep purple. It'll flash from purple to white and scintillate back and forth.
Are any of us a different color?
As you're situated here in this purple light, oddly enough, you do seem to think that maybe you look sickly. Like perhaps you have taken the rot. And a lot of you notice he's a different shade too. Like maybe something's possessed him, or he's taken the water. The black tars having coated him. Perhaps something's definitely different. But everything else feels really good this morning. As you're looking around the whole of this chamber, if you recall, it's basically a rotund, water-filled chamber, and you've got whatever black water is reflecting the purple light from the water fountain that's bubbling up in a sort of picturesque double curl. I can't remember
Double
what the
tier.
Thank you, if you will. We'll go with it. And point being is, as you're still finding yourselves drifting this way and that, flitting with the vines and whatever playfulness you're finding and experiencing your new extremities, so to speak, you can feel all around you, as I say, the old friend situated at the edge of your consciousness. They've been there the whole time, and they sense to you, they feel to you like you would be sensing a companion bedridden. You feel like you're situated next to somebody who is sickly and doing what they can to stay positive, as it were. With that said, the lot of you all feel relatively fulfilled in the moment, having woken up feeling as rested as one can possibly, situated in a boat, and then some. You each have 7 temporary hit points for the day. You feel nourished waking up this morning.
Not 7B.
And
Yeah. So long rest and we've got 7 temporary.
as I said before, there's 3 exits out of here. If you remember, there's 3 tunnels. All of them seem level enough. None of them presents as dangerous sounding. You don't sense anything specifically threatening about any of these doorways beyond.
So I was wondering about the number of undead I'm allowed.
I believe it was 5. No.
No, we did 2 superior or 4 adults, but
Correct.
if I use a 4th level spell slot, those numbers. So like I used to just be able to.
I mean,
do
just do the
1.
math, really.
So I can. So
Yeah.
I would be able to raise 4 superiors with a 4th level spell.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
awesome.
I mean, at this point in the game, yeah, that's perfectly fine. You'll need it.
Are they undead or are they plants?
Oh, I guess they're plants now.
Okay, just making sure. One was sure.
Yes.
They're they're undead plant matter. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, these guys are coming out of plant matter now, as opposed to undead creatures
Oh,
before.
damn.
So yeah,
That's pretty
as I was saying, you no longer need a body to animate one. They are susceptible. They are vulnerable to fire, and if you're making them out of plant matter. If you make it out of a body, they're not. Simple as that. I think that's a fair trade-off.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, yeah, that's totally fine. The power balances as far as I'm concerned. And more to the point, though, is you've got whatever powers that rely on your old management. Having renounced your old management, you are now kind of in flux. While you have new leadership and have your doubts of faith as a result, in this moment that you, among your companions, are still fulfilled for having found this, you still feel like you've vexed an ex, so to speak. You've like, you've broken up with someone and you've taken on someone new, a new relationship. It is what it is.
No, but like,
Bit of a rebound.
Yep. After fashion, but it's not like that. But it is. The point is that you feel like somebody's upset with you.
Somebody is upset.
You've upset the energies around you. You feel a little off. You feel good. You feel like you've made the right decision. You're not one to typically second guess these sorts of things. One doesn't take their faith, their religion, their management lightly. But in this moment, that's still not the right song. Okay, we're gonna go with something else altogether. Different playlist. And that'll have to do there. Nice 57-minute track. Never have to think about it again. Terrific. As I was saying, yeah, there's something off with the energy around you. Right now, things are okay. You feel good. You feel close to new management, so to speak. Again, a lot of you in this dark place, this bright place, this beautiful place, this haunting place. The water is dripping all around you. The air is thick with oxygen. With every breath, you feel alive, you feel rejuvenated. And, oh, sorry, forgetting something rather critical here.
Volume?
Yeah, thank you. It is up, actually. She did ask. Appreciate it. All right.
And sorry, it was 6 lower mics and 3 higher mics, so I get double those.
The Wishna?
You could have 12
I think I
lower.
have 12
Phenomenal.
You have 12 mics?
I could if I wanted to.
Can you
Mic
mix and
1,
match?
mic 2.
Yeah,
Check,
can I
check.
mix and
Yeah.
match?
I thought that was what we established.
Okay, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I seem to remember
Yeah.
that
Could be
conversation.
Mike, Mikey, Michael, and then
Like,
Mike-
like,
Robert
like,
the Bruce.
Michelle.
Robert Baldwin the
and
Bruce.
then like,
and then like one of
Jesus,
them,
how many
Todd.
is that? Four.
Todd's the weird one.
Yeah, so we have cannon fodder for our next battle.
For days.
Or one fireball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, at least you can like, if there was a fireball, you kind of like use them as like a body block.
At
There's
least
so
one
many.
of them
It's like
has
made a
to be
wall of
called
them.
Marmalade.
Marmalade?
Yeah.
That's fine. I have so many.
Marmalade.
You hear the echo of the snake all around you for a moment, asking you questions, hinting at things, telling you things. Every moment that you don't hear your companions speaking or are actively thinking about something, at the edge of your consciousness right now, you hear the hissing voice of he who slithers, communicating all sorts of things. And should you ever listen, in the moment, you suddenly learn something new. Toilet paper's made, with 3 types of bamboo down south. You think to yourself, why am I knowing this?
He who slithers.
I'll just keep listening. I'll like really focus on the voice.
For the most part, I'm going to admit, this guy's like Uncle John's bathroom meter, telling you all sorts of crazy secrets about all sorts of stuff that you had no idea about. But the neat part for you happens to be that when you start on a trail of thought, you find yourself able to kind of track that down. As long as it's not necessarily obscure knowledge. At the moment it's something that's really a secret, you find it a bit more difficult to focus. But that's it.
I was gonna say, is there any way I can talk to the whatever's like the hissing, or is it just like me?
You
It seems
One-
more like
one
a
way?
one-way
Okay.
thing. Like, now that you're
You
a
can
part
touch
of
flick
it.
and see if that takes you to a higher
Amps
level.
up, yeah.
How big is that cloaca? We're not kidding, that's no secret.
That's no secret.
I'm pretty sure I haven't noticed that you're different color.
Oh, you can't see.
Well, no, I just don't think I do.
question becomes, what's everybody doing?
Should we try to get out of here? Which tunnel do we want to take?
Yeah, I think we should.
Probably gonna locate a good way out.
You have 3
How many,
doorways.
how many tunnels are there?
There's 3 tunnels.
We're taking number 1.
And so
From the
were they
left or
high up
right?
or something?
So there is one that's a little higher up. That you'd have to
Which one's
portage. Sorry?
Which one's the first?
So that's not a water tunnel? Or?
It is a water tunnel.
Okay.
It's just water falling out. But that said, there's another 2 tunnels there that both of them are just level with the current basin and just seem to go deeper into the place. There's also the way you came in. I mean, the unit is a powered vessel, so you could just go back out.
Can you, I was wondering if you can kind of like sense your shrooms and feel like where,
Ooh.
like light would
Yeah,
be,
can I ask the plants what's down the tunnels?
maybe like the energy of like the sunlight or something.
They tell you the rest of Ashlaraya. Ashlaraya.
So that's what this place is called? Ashlaraya?
Yeah, I am write that one down actually. Just trying to think of what to call it, but why do I do that to myself? Ashlaraya.
We could always just, name it Eda's Champion Cave.
That's what we're gonna name it. We don't know what it's called, but you're like, yeah, it's Edith the champion.
The mushrooms told me it's called Edas.
He does champion.
Yes.
I'm like, oh.
It's the Gemflower Cave.
Allegedly,
Then you like rise with your plants. It's my cave now.
allegedly, there are a few of these places around the far seas, a few of these holy locales. Built, air quotes, once upon a time by the denizens of the swamp in a pure form of reverence, naturally forming from the attraction of however many that would live here. During these times, many of the population have become civilized, and so many of the followers have migrated away. And that's what you learn from the plants who tell you, we used to have a lot more around here. But times change. Now there's only us and you. Welcome. You learn that the left tunnel, that is to say, okay, so there's number 1, that was the raised one. That one apparently leads out and up to the top of the hills overhead. So they tell you, beautiful place, nice during the summer, not bad during the winter. Great for making spores. The middle one will take you deeper into Ashlaraya proper, and the right one takes you as a sort of outlying route parallel to the main river. The temple proper eventually has another path out the back.
The river that Karsak was on, the big boat.
The main of the Tun.
Yeah, the main of the Tun.
It's the Tun River, yeah.
Yeah.
The main Tun River.
The direction they were going, is there like a possible sort of destination? If we
100%, yeah.
keep following that river?
All rivers here lead to Nika's Rest and 3 Trees. Basically, there's the Great Forks, and the Great Fork, or Grand Fork, has the 2 cities, Nika's Rest, which is the capital, the swamp denizen capital of the swamps, and 3 Trees, which is kind of the, how can I put it, the, I don't know, Chicago to Nika's Rest, New York.
And the tunnel that goes parallel to the river, do we know if it's going the direction of that way? Or
It is following in the same direction, yeah. It actually goes in both. It just follows.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do we want to go up to the hill along the river or farther into the cave?
I'd like to go to the city just to, the information that we found out, especially that Karsak is in league with Fox Mantles, is definitely something that I think the Purple Dragons need to know.
That's
I'd like
that's
to
a
go
good
to the hills.
Yeah.
Normally I'd like to explore, but, there's kind of,
Yeah.
it's time
They,
with what's
we,
happening.
Yeah.
that ship was too heavily guarded not to have something very important on it, and we never found out what that was.
Oh, we're not what the shield was. All right, so then are we going to go along the river or do we want to go up to land and walk? And if we are taking the river, do we want to keep the same boat?
So the river might take us to where we want to go.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Going up
If
and
we'll
then
Follow,
walking.
Follow
He
the
just said
river.
all rivers go
Yeah.
to Inca's Rest.
So he wants to do that?
Me?
Yeah.
Who's driving the bus?
The boat swang.
Oh yeah, Patrick Horse will drive the boat.
I can drive the
He is
boat.
better.
Yeah.
I drive land vehicles,
Yeah,
but
he's
boat
better
vehicles
driver.
are good too. Yeah. So
Can't be too different.
I'm fine with being on the water because that's where
Yeah.
the thing
Gets us there faster.
who's talking to me is on him. So I kind of want to stay on it so I can kind of
Stay connected.
stay connected.
gotta get that louder router.
I'll make my undead after we get there, so we don't have to carry extra weight.
What if we make undead into a raft?
A raft.
A plant, lily pad barge,
I think we
With-
discussed that myconids don't.
float?
Yeah,
Oh,
they can't
that sucks.
swim, they can't float, so
Yeah.
it's probably best if I
I'm gonna say that the
make-
plant matter on its own floats, but when you combine it together,
Okay.
you're
When
going
you make
so.
it a being of some kind.
Yeah, when you densify that shit, it's got muscles, sinew. It's all very scientific. Science magic. Anyway,
Flowers spreading out of it.
so the consensus be
Go down the river.
Tunnel
Yeah,
follow
I think
parallel.
follow the river until we get to one of the main cities.
What if
so
we
you're gonna
put-
follow the tunnel
what if
that
we put
follows
water
parallel to the
walk on
river.
you
That's what I'm
plan?
understanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll keep us out
And
of
then
the
you make a boat.
Party mom,
Bad things.
that's what you want?
What?
Is that what you want as well?
As long as we can send to get our stuff and our horses, yes please, because my dragon saddle is with the wagon.
We'll have to get from town.
You guys make your way, propelling yourselves easily enough with the. There's days. Anyhow, you make your way along the tunnel, the black water reflecting up all around you as you leave the confines of the chamber behind. The side of the place opens up. As you watch, there's a bit of a cliffside from where you're situated, and you can see, like, with a perfect window out across the horizon of the Ferocities. Without too much difficulty, the sun setting away in the distance, the black water reflecting all around you, the engine of the skiff simply puffing away as you make your way along this long, peaceful stretch, looking out across the greenery, the purple hues of where you left fading and receding quickly to reveal the purple hues of the horizon of the setting sun ahead of you. As you guys continue along on your skiff for quite a ways, actually, it seems almost an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long, until it's near pitch dark everywhere else except where you are, situated high above the horizon now, as the far seas, the swamp itself seems to kind of recede away, and you find yourself on a bit of a plateau that is slowly descending down. You're picking up some speed, but with the odd bend here and there, the water doesn't seem to get too rough and it doesn't seem to get too fast. The vessel keeps itself well enough, and before long, you have yourselves, after plateau, pool, and plateau, and pool, and plateau, and pool, down against the main river again, stretching away as you start to leave a bit of a sort of cliff face and mountain hill, if you will. It's not really a large mountain, but just enough that there's a facade carved into it some however long ago, who's to say, but most of it worn away by time. You see the visages of several familiar faces gazing out towards you as you make your way away from the river. The familiar frog folk as Papa Crocus and Mama Lilies, Crocun and Dimboster himself, coiled underneath them all, carved into the surface of the cliff, as you find yourselves floating out from said mountain river some several hours later, seeing in the distance.
Playing her little.
This is her playing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm
skills.
just imagining.
Totally, yeah, it's
Damn, she's
amazing.
gotten way better.
And this is how I think I sound while I'm singing as well.
Yeah, totally.
I'm
100%.
just like.
And if it's not you,
keeping
it's
a
actually
hand
all
on
the
the
swamp
swing,
spirits
so
that just
it's
jump in
like-
because you're like a Disney princess right now. It's what's happening.
Fully. I'm living my best life.
I want to make some prayers to the gods as we pass their stone carvings.
This is also you praying, yes. So I'm into it. Yeah.
Nice.
You can roll religion and you can roll performance.
You're becoming a bluegrass banjo man. I might as well.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, of course it fucking is. I told you this was you. I fucking told you that was you.
Just a 10 for me.
I also did a religion check.
All right.
I got a nat 20 as well.
Holy shit! And what did Robbie get?
Just a 10.
Just
I can't compare those.
apparently.
Nat
that was
10.
So as it is, yeah, this is fantastic. Okay, so the performance goes as such. It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's inspiring. There's frogs that sha la 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 la,
Oh my God.
and all of that sort of thing. So that happens, and it's an amazing performance. You guys make some connections here. If anybody needs to rejuvenate a spell slot, you can have it back, as the gods themselves are so impressed. Is there a barbarian skill of any sort that you've spent in the last little while?
No.
No, nothing like that. Okay.
We long rested, didn't we?
I guess, yeah. You
Maybe
you guys
so.
got just out of a long rest. Okay, perfect. In that case, feel free to take a free rage for the day.
Perfect.
With that said,
I rage.
What's your wild magic?
Maybe it's the
Explode.
plum.
What
Explode.
did you say? The Vostros, there's a statue of them there?
yeah, I'm saying as you guys are coming off, and basically you follow this mountain river for however long, and then you come off it, and there's like pool after pool, and these guys are slowly.
It's the multicolored lights!
Oh my god!
It's a rainbow.
Multicolored
Multicolored
concert.
Holy shit! All right, we'll take it.
It's a
Oh,
small,
I'm so
It's a
excited.
little
small
concert.
party going on.
What a good day.
Is it attracting attention of the small
Everyone within 10 feet of me gets +1 AC
Yay!
Nice.
for
Oh my god.
and they're all shimmery.
So technically 6 seconds.
Multicolored lights.
Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, I tried.
It's the color of outer space.
1 minute.
It's a good concert.
I like it.
So yeah, you guys were descending off of the mountain after fashion and seeing a carving of all of the Swamp Guardians pantheon in the surface of this sort of cliff face that's coming off of this mound, this mount of foliage. And it just like comes to a dirt rock edge, and like I say, there's whatever relief carving there of them all, in a classic sort of pyramidic arrangement. Dambastra kind of coiling his way up through the whole thing, base and spine. That said, you guys are back on the main ton, headed north.
You said it's nighttime?
It is actually, and more to the point, I wanted to mention that as you guys are descending on the plateaus, this river descension as it is, it's coming this way, and you're into plateau this way, and then so that's how you're like slowly descending down. But you can see Three Trees and Nicka's Rest in the distance, the bright lights of those cities glowing against the horizon. And then what's more is you can see further beyond, and you're not quite sure what to make of it, but after a certain point, it's like there's a sheet of black that is oozing out of the foliage, a sheet of black that is just coiling back and forth like a strange cloud of darkness, sheeting against the swamp itself and hiding it away at a certain point. You can still see even Castle Eris in the far distance, its little tiny pointy peaks situated against the light of the moon and the horizon. But the thing that really seems the darkest in the whole of the horizon isn't the sky or the foliage, but that northern region, and how the foliage nearly seems to disappear into an even darker darkness.
It's like a massive wall. Like,
Almost, yeah. It says, I want to also mention, it's about as high as the foliage. It doesn't go too much higher than the foliage, and you can still see at times leaves and fronds and what sticking out from it. Now, this is a distance away, I also want to mention. We're talking, you're seeing along the horizon for goodness knows however far away, like a day's travel maybe by foot.
and it's like we can still see the cities, but it's basically blocking after the cities.
You can, yeah, exactly. Well, and after the cities, you're seeing this blot of black. It's like a ribbon against the horizon.
That's fun.
That's not dangerous at all.
Yeah. A lot of
Karsex, like the man definitely has magic, so and also Batman has a lot of spells at his disposal, so I'm thinking that's something I do.
Karsak ninjas have magic. I'll mention, if you recall, Karsak had the very visages of the gods, like hanging out with them. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Let's share a beer.
Crystal's still with us, right?
Christo's hanging out. Yeah, he's been there the whole time, just kind of keeping quiet, watching the scenery. hasn't been kind of interested in saying much of anything and has just been, if I may, along for the ride.
Is Flick still a funny color?
Oh, sorry, yeah, we should touch on that. Now that you're out in the moonlight, as you guys look upon Flick, and I suppose Christo would say something as well, everyone notices that Flick has in fact shifted shade. No longer a green grung, as Christo simply gives a one of those and goes back to sleep. A lot of you can see he seems red as opposed to green.
What?
Eh?
He's a red girl.
Yeah.
You can see a couple boil marks, bits of flaking skin, and still see the odd green splotch if you really look for him and where places you probably don't want to grab him.
Did you like
I'm gonna poke
bolt?
him.
Is this a thing
You
that
do
runs
so.
do? I don't know anything about
His skin doesn't seem to have the poisonousness to it.
Yeah.
As you
Wanna-
notice, you
wanna
don't
ask him?
actually
Oh,
get high.
yeah.
What do
So-
you say?
Flick, what's wrong with your skin?
I go, Flick the green. That's what they used to call me.
No.
I'm
God,
Flick the
the
red.
red.
Oh, and I do have, there's like 3 bony protrusions coming up to the top of the skull.
Shadowfix, I call thee.
What?
Shadowfix.
You're also dry at the moment.
Oh, you're
Splash
dry.
some water on me.
You do so. You absorb it. You feel better for it. It doesn't really do anything to make your excretions come back at the moment.
3 bony.
As you do this, though, you kind of like rub against your skin and find you're still molting. Seems like this portion of you takes a while.
Interesting.
Can I just pick at him?
You can.
I'm gonna pick at you.
That portion suddenly starts to secrete a bit of poison. And then it stops. And then it starts again.
I'm just gonna like poke him with the butt end of my phone and be like, why did you change color?
I have ascended.
Into
His
what?
voice is cracking, by
Yeah.
the way. He's going through, you know.
Going through puberty.
Puberty.
Flick explains that the grung have a caste system. So all grungs start off, tadpoles are gray, and then adult grungs move to green. And then
Also,
from there, like
I want to
imagine-
mention your cloaca smells, and you are starting to notice it. Gosh.
That's just
Like an
infected.
smell or
Like he's just, it's
Bad
puberty,
smell?
man. It's a
Yeah.
funny thing, you know. You're molting, you're changing, everything's changing.
He's becoming sexually
Christo's put his hat over his head.
And then warriors go like
He wants
red,
nothing to do with
yellow,
this.
and then chieftains are gold. Yeah.
So you've ascended
Picking
into
some
a
of your-
warrior cast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, so
Yeah.
very cool.
So he's the same color, just like the blood of his enemies.
As you guys are floating on the ton now, headed north, you see upon your companion a new shade and can smell a new smell. So,
Flick, close your legs.
I want to say, enemies who are attacking you will have to make a constitution check for the next 24 hours while you complete molting.
Sweet.
You have no poison, but everybody is distracted within your presence
I wasn't getting many poison hits.
and
anyway.
conducts attacks at a -2.
Cool.
With that said, though, conducts any checks with a -2, actually, unless they've overcome a con check.
Including us.
You know what? Let's get it out of the way right now. I guess, yeah. We're gonna go with. Sorry, what level are you now?
7?
7. So DC 14.
Everybody?
Everybody, DC 14 con check. Let's see if you get used to the smell.
I'm not.
It's a save. It's a con
Oh,
save.
they got
It's, sorry,
that.
it's a total con save. Bad habit,
I
guys.
just don't make it.
You just know me. It's you'll do it for a friend.
What'd you get?
Also, I want to mention. Oh yeah, it's something. It's something.
I feel bad for you.
Wow.
I give you inspiration.
Can I roll manage? Because
Wait, does that mean I gotta
Wait.
roll again?
he's my wife.
That's true.
Advantage
You gotta
for the
get
wives.
used to it. You have to
You know something?
embrace your husband's smell.
I'm not even gonna argue this.
I picture his wife as like I'm like his buddy, but like in his eyes I'm his wife. Like oh we're bro, like we're buds.
Aw.
So like I
Sorry.
rolled a
I do not
17 with
taste
advantage. I
Sorry.
rolled a 2 without.
In this case, I'm basically, you know what, for the first and only time that this will ever happen, I will allow you to give yourself inspiration on your husband's behalf.
So yeah, then I rolled a 17, I guess.
Terrific stuff.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay, terrific again.
So,
And you rolled a 6.
Me and
7.
Idas are on one side of the boat. We're all on the other side of the boat.
Seems to be the case. That said,
Can I conjure some flowers to us on the river and we put them out on our roses?
I mean, yes. There's also, if you're submerged, you feel better, naturally, having the dry skin at the moment. But also the smell goes away. I mean,
I'll
that's...
climb into the barrel.
Yeah. I replenished it, by the way. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
That's, yeah.
Mama Lou.
I want to say, so coming out of this place, coming down upon, coming and seeing all you do on the horizon, and now you're on the main ton, headed north. You guys are headed towards...
So we gotta pick which city.
Do we want to go straight to Three Trees?
We haven't been to the capital.
So
before,
Three
right?
Trees is the first one. Nicka's Rest is on the other side, and there's the fork, and then the main ton, and effectively, sorry, Three Trees. I'm trying to think. Three Trees for you guys would be here, and then Nicka's Rest would be in the fork. So fork, Nicka's Rest, and then Three Trees, kitty corner to it, if you will, over the ton.
Have we been to Three Trees? I can't remember.
No, not yet.
Have you guys never been to Three Trees?
No, I don't think so.
It's not
We
really
went
to
to-
bring the
have to
thing
do
off.
it.
That's where I was supposed to bring it, but
But
we
you
never
never
got
did.
there.
That's right, we never got there because we ran off. Didn't we
Yeah.
run off into the woods and fight?
Yeah.
Do you still have
I believe
the
that's
golden
exactly that.
tablets?
They would be in our cart with our horse, wherever that last place out.
Oh, shit.
With my saddle, yeah.
Yeah, with your saddle. We left all of our shit back there.
Yeah.
What was that last
And
town
my
that we were
horse,
in?
yeah.
Can we send for it?
Was it
Can
town or
I s-
outpost?
Yeah, actually, I actually have a spell for this.
I'm still waiting for a word back from my criminal contacts too.
Where was that? What was that city? Oh, it was Wormhole.
I feel like we were at
That's
Three
really
Trees
hard.
somewhere.
Are you fully in the barrel or is it?
Do you see my little three little... Was it three?
They look like three.
Yeah. 3 or 4. It was real tiny one that pops.
Can we like pull over to? Cause we're wanting to get our stuff, right?
I mean,
I don't know
I got
anything.
all my stuff.
As long as we have it when we go get to the, like, is there a distance that your little thingy works?
I'd like
or-
to summon my steed. I have a steed
Oh,
now.
did you pick one yet?
Yeah, that's a new
I feel
spell.
like we've
I
been to
took.
Three Trees, haven't we?
I don't know, so.
Like a long time ago. I don't
No,
know.
we were on the way and then we.
There was
What's
like
your
a-
steed?
Oh, I think that was when we went off to where
it's
we
a
heard
kelpie.
blasts and.
It can be fey. Yeah.
What do you have?
So I guess if we pull over to the side of the river, you guys will see Petrichor kind of like start a little ritual with like some flowers that he has and like some incense, and will clasp his hands and speak some ancient Sylvan words. As he does, he calls upon his steed that he has recently, like a hidden memory, like Hercules remembering Pegasus. And you guys see out of the water like bubbles and like flowers pop up, and you see this six-legged, beautiful. Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
actually appropriate.
No, I don't want it.
Beautiful green velvet horse with its mane as this like tangle of seaweed and kelp as it comes out, and it has this like longish tail with these like almost like holy white eyes.
It has 6 legs.
That's very
Yeah, it
poetic.
has 6
Oh
legs.
boy.
Also, it's like Slytheria.
Yeah, and it speaks common.
So we can talk to this
Yeah, we
weird
can talk
singing
to-
water horse?
Yes.
Nice.
And I bow my head to it, and it bows its head to me.
Your shadow man.
Yeah, basically. And I'll let him know that I would ask, because your horse is with the other horses as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
With our stuff
With
back
the
with
wagon,
them.
with
Yeah.
all of our
Yeah.
stuff.
I would, as best as I can, ask my mount to go find our previous stuff and the mounts, and meet us at the gates of Three Trees.
Sir, you want this guy to go and get your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And escort our old
And,
horse
yeah,
and
escort
wagon
the old
back to
horse.
Three Trees.
Yeah,
It's gonna get poached.
yeah, and it has the.
You know?
I'd say it
I'm
has
just
this,
like,
has the stats of a warhorse, I'd say.
Yeah, but can it follow complex orders like that?
Yeah, it's intelligent and can speak. That's not really the issue. I'm not worried about whether or not it can really carry out the task. It's whether or not it will survive carrying out the task on its own. So, I mean, I'm all for it.
Can it be away from you for a certain?
Shit-eating grin.
It cannot carry riders,
Shit-eating
right?
grin.
Okay,
It gets eaten by a giant
Steve
frog.
has this
I mean, I don't even have to try.
Yeah.
form that you choose.
I just like roll
So,
once.
is
Oh shit, that
Celestial
didn't
Fate
work
for the
out.
undead.
You
Okay,
tried.
day 2.
Would I be able to?
Damn.
Would I be able to send Myconins with him? If I
Now we're cooking with gas, aren't we?
Can I-
There we go.
How many? What?
People are gonna think
what
you're
many
raiding the
figures
town.
do you-
Six-legged horse and a bunch
I
of
mean,
plant monsters.
throw it at me, whatever you got, because I mean, this is quite the tall order as it is. So the weirder the better. Let's be honest.
How much weight can a warhorse carry?
Yeah, and do you want 12 adult mics or 6 superiors?
I think-
or a combination.
I think 3
size?
will be alright.
I think
want
quantity, personally. I mean,
You only want 3 superiors?
Mhm.
All right, they do have quite a bit better stats.
Oh,
All right.
West Court. How long? What's the distance between here and the place?
by foot, you're looking at. I think this is a 2-week journey. Yeah.
We're gonna wait 2 weeks for her horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it has,
All right.
it has our
Yeah, they need the
stuff.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Or otherwise,
And
you
I have
guys
my
turn
dragon
around and
saddle
use
with
the
it,
boat,
too.
and it takes about a day, actually.
Oh,
Oh, well.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then we still have to ride our horse and wagon. Oh, I guess we could just leave the wagon.
I've already
and
sent
take
the horse.
boat.
Throw the horse back on
You
the
haven't
skid.
sent the horse yet. 'cause I didn't
That
think
is an
you were
option.
really
I'm telling you. Like
yet.
travel on the river, it goes both ways.
Faster.
And we
There's
could
like
always-
literally, there's a current one way, there's a current another way,
Alright, well,
and you guys are on a motorized vessel.
Would your steed or mount be able to make us go faster or something?
Mm.
Can we attach it to the boat?
Help
to
me?
the boat.
I mean,
The
it's like a
boat
nitro
rides
on
it
the
and
edge
it
of the
I mean,
Rides.
if DM allow, and it has a swim speed, then I could ride the horse, sure.
What's the thing's speed?
So it has the warhorse.
I mean, horse's toe. It is a water horse.
It has 6 legs, so that make it faster.
How fast was the boat?
Well, the boat itself, if I remember, I said it was going 120 a turn. Yeah.
Is it faster than 120 a turn swim speed?
It has 60 feet of movement.
So it's the same.
Yeah. Has a
So we
translate
add
rate.
that to it.
I'm just thinking of Back to the Future right now. Anyhow, I mean, I'm into it. With the weight of you guys in there, it can push you guys at your like max speed, if
It's
you
got
will.
plus 4 to strength. So.
The point being is that it can tow you guys if you want. It's not specifically pleased that it's being summoned into this realm for this shit. Thought it was better than this. I'm a kelpie motherfucker. It, like throws its mane back, and
Come to
it's
fuck
just
me.
this like slow motion shimmering water coming off sort of thing. And it's a beautiful animal. Beautiful animal. And I mean, you all kind of.
Sassy.
I mean, I don't know. It's such a gorgeous, and it's menial labor. But anyway, so you hook it up. The bit in its mouth is like, sorry, I'm becoming our coffee. And with that, you guys make your way.
Sweet.
You guys are headed southerly, am I to understand?
Yeah, back to
Back.
wormhole.
To where it all started. No, that's not true.
I'm just-
Actually, it kind of is. I guess.
So are we gonna somehow get all the horses on this boat
I think
and
we
the
might have to
wagon?
get a new
Or
wagon.
what's the plan with this?
My
I
real
thought we
question
were
is-
just gonna go to the next city.
Is this
and then
Swords Hollow
send-
or Malaran's Rest?
I think it was wormhole where we were when we left the wagon and stuff, wasn't it?
Wormhole? No, no.
Wormhole.
No.
Worm something.
No.
We haven't gone to Wormhole yet.
They dropped a couple sessions ago.
Yeah, no, you
It
guys
was-
were.
So there
I'm
was
pretty
one
sure
we went
you
to
were.
get
It was the
rubber
place.
for-
It was Swords
Yeah.
because it's the place we got raided.
Yeah.
So wherever that was.
That was Swords Hollow, and then you guys traveled to Malaran's Rest. That's where
Yeah.
Crystal wanted to kill Rutherford. That's where Lurik and you guys
Yeah.
fought the tuber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we were.
Okay.
So we
Oh,
were
yeah.
we were close to Three Trees though. Then we were just kind of backtracking.
Okay.
Is that
It's
what?
only a day.
So we
On
just
boat.
need to
Well,
go
you
around
guys
the
actually,
rest.
I want to say Three Trees is still hours of travel by boat. Never mind foot from where you are. So turning around, yeah, you're looking at a couple hours travel back to where you guys came from, which is literally end of the line for the Tun River. But It doesn't take long, to be quite frank, for you guys to reach back there. The engine chuffs calmly enough as you make your way down, following the current without too much difficulty.
Would the engine be on if the horse is towing?
I mean, you don't have to, really. You don't have to run it. But the point being is that you guys
Leaking a bunch of black.
eventually find your way back to the southerly current of the Tun River, and before you know it, you're watching the scenery just fly by, and Malloran's Rest come upon, the docks of which are still situated, lit, and civilized as if nothing had ever disturbed this place.
We got our stuff though.
Well, I go gather my horse and our wagon and all our things. I'm assuming we want to keep the wagon.
I don't think we can.
Yeah.
There's not enough room on the scale.
Yeah, there's not enough room.
Is there another
We're not
boat
just
that we
gonna go
can
around.
rent or
No,
buy?
We can also
plus
commandeer
each.
another wagon. Let's just get all of our stuff onto the boat at the moment, and then
It's just a wagon, yeah.
Christo's gonna wake up at this point and look around. What the fuck are we doing back here?
we're getting our stuff.
Krista, just go back to sleep.
Wait, things? Oh yeah, right. Oh, he looks at you. What are we doing? At which point, yeah, what are you guys doing? You wanted to like look at a boat? You wanted to?
I just wanted to get back to that town that we're headed to.
Yeah, you're at Mallory's Rest now.
No, the
oh yeah,
other
yeah,
one.
yeah,
We
yeah,
wanted to
okay.
wanted to get the gold tablets and stuff because we were meant to take it to Three Trees
Yeah, we need
anyway.
getting our supplies.
Just our supplies and leave.
But you guys are worried. Are you guys worried about finding another vessel, finding another wagon? What are you guys doing that way? Like, so,
So
I'm,
we're just
I'm not.
we're taking our supplies and putting it on the boat, and then
Okay.
we'll worry about the wagon when we get
Cool,
to
cool, cool,
land
cool.
again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that said, yeah, you're going to look for your stuff. You do so. It's still all situated where you more or less left it. Your horse is kind of relieved to see you. The place is manned, so it's fed. But yeah, that said, as you arrive, did you guys pay prior? I'm trying to remember. I don't think you guys paid for anything.
For what?
How much is it?
I did.
I'm broke.
I have lots of
Or-
money.
Like for this.
How much was it? Name price.
Never remember.
I'm not actually. You know what? We're not worried about it.
Bear skin rose I've been selling.
No shit, eh? You grab your stuff without issue. And make your way back to the vessel. Yeah. This place is pretty quiet right now.
Flourishing.
In the aftermath of everything that's happened, there don't seem to be a lot of people milling about.
Okay.
Piece of shit with bearskin runs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass anything on.
It's probably gone now.
That's some words I find never fucking hear together. It's D&D.
Okay.
So we'll just.
Fraudulent
You had
bearskin.
a wagon load of stuff that you're bringing back. You're bringing the wagon and everything, I'm assuming, back to the boat.
Back to the boat to unload it onto the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we all have on the wagon?
Mine
Well, that's a real
random
question.
religious papers and gold tablets, whatever books you still have if you want them.
No.
Your
I
saddle.
have my
for
books in
Danny.
my bag.
I think it was just the gold tablet.
Just the
Yeah,
gold
it's just,
tablet
it's just my
and the
random
horse.
religious stuff.
Are they still there? Because
Still
we
holding
left
on
it.
to
We
it.
left
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah, they
like
were
no swamp folk came across and we were like sink or dicks. So just
Well, they
stole.
would have been in a box still in our wagon being storage.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just
All right.
give it to me.
All right.
Yeah. Well, no, I needed my dragon saddle for Denny.
Yeah.
And then we're completing her side quest from like the very beginning
Oh
of the
yeah,
campaign.
from like the very
finally.
first session.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm lugging my gold tablets and papers and shit into the
I'm into it, yeah.
onto the boat.
Yeah.
Like so much Gabriel, like Glacius, you guys, make your way back to it. Nobody? Really? Alright, whatever. You guys make your way back towards the ship, unload everything onto it, or onto the skiff, I should say.
It's a
Sorry?
ship. It's a ship.
We added onto it.
Putting the Captain Morgan foot
Yeah.
up. Damn it! Anyway,
So,
full Captain Crotch right there. You guys start it up and head out, I guess. I mean, if there's no more business in Mallory's Rest, you guys are done. You're gonna move out.
yep.
Okay.
Right down the
I've
river.
stopped playing like a little bit. I've just been vibing.
I'm just sitting in the boat counting my fingers to figure out how many myconids I can raise at a time.
Understood. You guys make your way. Once again, heading back upriver. Daylight starts to come about, invading on what was otherwise a peaceful evening. of running simple errands, it would seem. It's been a long time since you remember having such the opportunity to just go about your day, or night, as the case might be. As you find in the distance 3 trees coming around the bend, some hours unabated. Kalimba, snoring Christo, or complaining. And generally the sounds of the swamp all around you, just buzzing, or fish hopping, splashing, the boat chuffing away as it carries you north towards your destination. Until there it is. Massive. Sprawling. The river twists this way and that for however long that you can't almost believe that it gets so large. As if you couldn't see the other side of it, just all of a sudden, as it yawns open and you see the sprawling spread of 3 trees to the one side, beginning in such the fashion of farms and villas and so forth, and before long the horizon of towering structures, massive oddly shaped sandstone, marble, mud, and whatnot. Their huge forms silhouetted against the darkness encroaching, the massive curtain of black in the far away distance. The daylight is humid, as is all the Far Seas weather for the most part, but today it's calm on the water and the air has a slight breeze alongside the movement of the boat. 3 trees comes closer and closer as the expanse of water has grown to the size of one of the Great Lakes, maybe, just spreading away in all directions. You have the option of pretty much docking wherever the fuck against the city. There's the proper docks, they're industrial, they've got cranes, they've got divers and what. There's the fisherman's kind of wharf area, which itself is expansive with all sorts of activity. And of course there's many, many, many residences that are situated along the water's edge. Lots of neighborhoods, lots of boats. Occasionally you see what looks to be like a giant buoy of mud or sandstone floating on the water's surface, and note that it's a residence or actually even a shop, it seems. Some of them having doors on the outside above the water for those who might want to stop in and purchase something.
Money.
Yeah, I might. Does anyone need anything?
I need money.
I'm gonna see if there's any. Hold on. Oh gosh.
Yeah, can I go and see if they have any potions, healing potions of
Are there any-
various kinds?
Yeah.
Throw me investigation. Actually, just throw me perception. You guys are on the boat.
Are there any +2 bows anywhere?
Not that you know of currently.
Did you ever locate object? Is that good work? That +2 bow.
Yeah, you can throw
It's
me
in
a
that
less-
sword.
It's in that bag.
Yeah.
You can throw me perception as well to see what you see around.
21.
Terrific.
Well, I mean, like, I'm looking for a bowyer that's not selling just stock.
That's cool. Yeah. Throw me perception there, and you managed to actually find one of these capsules is in fact adorned with several crests around it that say apothecary in various languages, mostly swamp, but you see Elvish and Common in there. You stop in, and what are you after?
Healing potions. What strengths do they have? Various ones.
So the old matron of the place, she says that times are tough and finding this stuff is difficult, but she does happen to have a few that they've drafted. They're willing to sell them for 200 gold apiece for superior quality healing potions.
Would you go for 400?
I thought she said 200.
What? What did you say?
200
Said
apiece.
200. You're giving them
That-
Oh,
more
sorry.
money.
That nat
My
one
math
persuasion. Yeah.
Yes, I
Can
would.
do,
Yes,
can
yes,
you
I
go
would.
down to... I could have sworn you said 400.
400.
Or 600
I'll give you
something.
400 for one. Oh, thank
Oh, it's
you.
because I mathed in my head, that's why.
Never math in your head.
Yeah, I should have.
She says she doesn't have a lot, but
Would you go for 150 per bottle in?
She rolls her eyes at this and says, with this is carelessness, the dry white's always coming around looking for some sort of cheap deal. This is not Marsembar. This is Three Trees. You look at me, this place is terrible all around. You know it. I see it on your face. It's 200.
I want enough for everyone.
I don't need
What about would you go for
She seems mean.
She's
for
yeah.
175?
She grimaces at this and grumbles and simply says, nobody buying anything anyway. Fine.
Cool. How
Um,
many can I get?
I would like to keep my eyes open for like the rest of forever for that shoemaker guy that was at
Oh my god, that.
Oh shit, right. What did you roll?
8.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
So,
So you see an archery range, and you see magnificent Boer Fletcher, and you see it like next to a building that's been burned.
Huh?
And then you keep traveling along, and you see stop in the next 300 meters for the best bow maker ever, and then you see a bunch of obituaries on the wall, and you see like tragedy, best bow maker ever dead. It's sad. It's truly sad. That's what you see. Sorry. But then you see totally average bow maker celebrated as possibly decent. Come and see. And then like it's on a newspaper that, oh, what the shit is this? Oh wow, that was really ham-fisted. You look around yourself as if someone's writing everything, but no one's writing this. This is totally all fake.
Are there any like jewelry stalls or stores or anything around?
So there totally are, actually, I should say, there's sampans and shit around too, right? Like there's sampan shops. This is an odd track. I did not realize what the fuck. I like it, but what the fuck? Sorry for that. Hello. Let's go somewhere else with that. There are sampans floating around like that, and occasionally you hear people hollering out if you want to buy a thing. You want to buy a watch, you want to buy, a sword, a +2 bow.
I'm particularly interested in like magical rings.
Yeah, that's fair. So you guys end up like hawking around a bit? Are you guys like cool going shopping? Is that what I'm understanding? You only have the one skiff.
I
Yeah,
only
I'm looking
wanted
for something
that,
too.
so I'm done. Oh,
Which is
I'm
fair.
buying
Something
3 of the
too.
potions. So I'm
Hey?
Oh, I'm fine with shopping. I'm looking for something too.
Okay.
I have
But
no
I'm just saying, you guys
friends,
all
so
are
you
on
should
one
stay with the
skiff.
boat.
So
I'll-
you guys hit one of these things on the way in, and then you're all kind of just like situated on this skiff. And there's the whole of the city, and I've described that there's like a whole bunch of shit on the water. And
So
it's
it's
all
kinda like
good
a
if you guys want to
swamp
keep going
Venice?
after the water stuff, because there's good shit on the water too. But you
You
guys
can-
are
you
all
can
on the
dock.
same
We can dock.
skiff.
So it's like a
so-
swamp Venice. Is that what it is?
After a fashion, yeah. On the outskirts of Three Trees.
Okay.
But we
yeah.
can go
But
into
we
Three
can
Trees.
go- I would like to get my horse.
Like
to be
inwards
horse then.
is too, but
And
you can walk around.
I mean,
Sorry?
I'll-
There's like walkable.
Yeah, I don't need to shop. I'd go into the city with you because, like, I want to go to the wherever the.
You can go with me.
Christo says I should probably send some
No,
mail.
we're all together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to
I
where.
bought my 3 potions. I'm good to go. Let's go find more shops if we need to. Let's
I'm
go,
fine without rings.
Let's go put that
I
horse
just
in a
don't want to waste
stable.
an opportunity. Yeah, I'm more interested
I
in
can
getting
go
this
find
horse
Coral
out of
Heart
the
and
boat.
find out stuff about these papers.
I dismiss my horse and he returns to the water.
It melts away, saying it's going to lodge a complaint with the Kelpie administration for labor.
I needed
Or
it.
a
I
cow.
needed it.
Remember, cow is your pal when being
I'm peeing off
summoned.
the boat right to where the Kelpie was.
Be a
We're
cow
gonna
pal
send
today
him
and
and then we
report
changed
improper
our
summonings.
God damn it, guys.
Labor is everybody's responsibility. No, seriously. It vanishes, and you guys, you guys want to disembark on land and find your way. You're headed towards, you wanted to,
I'm looking for that shoemaker. I'm just keeping my eyes open to see if he's around.
you're going to have to
He
give me a
travels.
quick heads up here. I remember him, but I don't.
There was this guy that made shoes, really expensive, nice shoes. He was at some random rest on the way to another town where those guys were
I'm trying to
in the
remember his
cage.
name. That's the only thing I would need.
Remember those the creature in the cage
Shoeface.
Yeah. Well,
next to the wall that they
it
were.
was like that.
I love Dick
it was
Tracy.
the purple dragon.
Can you
Yeah.
tell?
Yeah.
It's my
Eye,
favorite
shoe
thing.
face.
Yeah, it was.
This is Handman.
I don't know his name.
No,
You
I don't
want to-
think
you
he
want
gave
to
us
buy
names.
my
No, he's just like a.
shoes?
He's like he pretty much had like a cart.
He was a traveling.
He's like a traveling shoe
happened?
merchant.
He was at that purple dragon rest where they had those, I don't know if they were frogs or what they were, like in a cage, and they were force feeding them basically tar into the
Right.
water. Yeah.
It was swamp people. It wasn't like they're
Yes,
human, like humanoid.
Yeah, like the drovers, I think they're called.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure that's where
There's
the fire.
Yeah, then there was a fire when the girl took the
Yeah.
the relics.
Yeah.
The girls that had.
Gilbert or Milligan?
I don't think I ever asked his name.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. I think that's these guys. I have them in my
He only
notes
makes shoes.
because it was way back then.
And the boots were like 300 gold or something at the time.
Yeah, I remember these guys. Sure, through me investigation. We'll see where that goes. Meanwhile, sorry. You had got an 8. You can roll again. Actually, once you guys disembark, you can roll again to find somewhere on land. Meanwhile, you wanted to spy on anything specific yourself? I mean, everyone else is going after something.
Yeah, I want to kind of like
23.
kind of prepare on what we're going to. So I want to research the giant frog thing. The guy that we don't, I personally don't know who he is. So
Percent.
yeah,
Sure,
like,
yeah.
I don't know like what he is.
You can throw me investigation as well, easily enough.
12.
Okay.
Which is good for me.
You are on the hunt. You managed to find yourself a bower of some repute. A fellow by the name of Leland is a young half dwarf, half elven fellow who ran away here to find himself making bows. And he says, "This is my honored recurve that I made some time ago. You can't have it, but you can have any one of these ones over here, which is like it, but not it. And they're all +1. He has this one over here. It's a +2, but he's not sure you want it. It does lightning, he says. You can see from the glyph here, but I haven't been able to get it to do the lightning thing. I bought it because they said lightning and they showed me do it. I forgot to ask how though. I'm embarrassed, but it's true.
Can I ask him if I can see if my dragon will activate it? Because my dragon uses it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Your dog chews on it for a moment and then says, "No, go, boss."
No, I don't
No,
chew on it.
no, he just kind of mouths it. You both look at it. He doesn't even complain as the Drake does it. He's just kind of curious.
Well, because I'm level 7 now, I
Yeah.
can actually charge his bites with lightning.
That's fine. He does so. The thing reacts and then doesn't seem to do anything for him. He's like, fires an arrow, doesn't shoot any lightning. He's like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. But it's yours for 1,000 gold. So +2 lightning bow. Does we'll say a
Lightning doesn't
d6.
work. Maybe.
It's a short bow that does an extra d6 of lightning damage. But
Have like half that.
he looks at you and says, "Well, I want double that." And says, "My name is Leland." Snaps his fingers a couple times.
Ask
Or
him if you
does a
can
little
do
tap
him a
dance.
favor.
No.
He says he doesn't swing that way.
Not
He
that
swings for
kind
the
of
other
favor.
team.
It's like I'm into elves.
But that said, so that's there. You can come up with the funds or you cannot. But as the case may be, you're on the hunt. You've heard
Would
that
he trade the
Hmm?
cash and a good berry?
he looks you up and down and points over towards a jar that says good berries and says, "My ma comes by. She's a druid and she's just like, every day, man, have your good berries." I'm like, "Ma, it's one a day." And she's like, No, it's all I can do." She quit after like a year. It's just what she does. Anyhow, yeah. Being on the hunt, you have heard that Milligan is somewhere in town, or might still be, but as you're making your way through the nicer areas of town where there's lots of different artisans, he doesn't seem to be around at the moment. It is a little bit later in the day as you have gone, of course, south and come back, so that's the thing. But oddly enough, you find yourself situated on a bit of a street corner, looking at the various shops and wondering which way to go, or maybe you should go looking back for your friends. There's all sorts of people milling all around you, and in the moment, you hear a voice, maybe for a moment, say, "Hey there," or "Hello." You're not quite sure, but as you look around, it's like you're just looking at other people having conversations, and you're not sure what you're feeling in the moment, but it's like somebody's watching you. You feel very in the moment, although you typically are being watched by all the various denizens, it's someone's really focused. Everyone does what they do. They kind of look at you and look away, look at you and look away. So you're not sure what to make of it all, but there's that brief, just a tense, not tense, it's just unexpected moment. Where someone was trying to reach you. Before you know it, you find yourself getting up, not sure what to expect of that, frustrated maybe, and walking back towards your companions. When you see a little poster featuring a show, a whole bunch of footwear and luggage made from all the relatives of those folks that people volunteered. It is the swamps after all. Before you know it, you find yourself headed towards some strange but yet opulent structure. It's shaped itself, you want to say like a hat, but not really. Like a top hat, if you will, is just like... But sandstone, marble, and what? You find yourself inside, and milling about there, happen upon a familiar face before long. And from there, just real quick, there was...
I need to find Coral Heart.
That's true. And in the time that you're milling about, it kind of shows like in the background as you're headed into this top hat place, you, as you're making your way, hanging onto a cart that you called, headed up like a taxi, headed up towards the city center. And it's got a good clip as we watch Edith's holding onto this cart, and there's just people's passing by, and wind and robes blowing in the wind, and barrels and shops and inns and taverns and revelry and whatnot. It's all like you can hear them for a moment before they're gone type thing. But before long, we see in the distance is the horse and cart making their way up towards the city center, and we see this large opulent structure once again, this massive sandstone, marble, metal thing that represents the center of government, it seems, in Three Trees and the swamps to some degree.
Would that be the same place that the Purple Dragon barracks?
It is not. And in this case, as we watch your cart heading off towards, we see off over to the side here, you as you're just walking into the building. It's close, but just a little bit off. As it is though, this office, much smaller, certainly not opulent, much more functional. Steel, stone, hard structure, very secure with a large wall around it. The massive tapestries celebrating the purple dragons. But yet it's got a very small space that's afforded them by Three Trees. The swamp people don't want that much of a footprint after all, politics being what they are. But as you make your way inside, you're welcomed upon, and as you head inside, Edith is welcomed upon, and as you see the familiar face,
You're also welcomed upon.
How are you?
Do you still have boots?
Gives away, there's quite the variety.
Are they all boots?
They're not all boots, there's all sorts of types of shoes. What owner? Oh, it's tacos, okay.
No, bow buns.
Okay, yeah. So,
Do I know by looking at them if they're just like decorative or if they do anything?
they all seem to have some sort of savoir-faire to them. So most of them make you look amazing, but
I'm looking for
these particular
sandals.
ones here,
Open
sandals.
toed, but I still want some sort of protection.
With that said, actually, the individual just brings your attention over towards this stuff over here that not too many people look at, which is sort of Roman style boots. They have the shin guards, they're metal, they're leather, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, reinforced gladiator sandals.
Pretty much.
Sounds pretty good. How much are they?
They're going to be, gosh, we'll say 250 gold pieces a piece, 500 for the pair.
Come in and just buying one shoe?
Not too many people buy one shoe, but sometimes need a replacement. I do that. Millen gives you a smile as he holds up the pair and says, 50 platinum, they're yours, and they offer you +1 armor. Or sorry, +1 armor and +1 charisma.
What is the
+1 charisma.
Yeah.
platinum to
10.
gold?
Yes.
10 gold, 1 platinum. So 10 plat would be 500.
Yeah, 8 platinum.
Holy.
Might
Did you
have
get
to
8
roll.
platinum for?
I've been collecting.
I've been saving up.
Wow.
You should try and persuade him to give it for 8.
No, I'm gonna give him what he needs.
Oh, you have it up though.
Yeah, because I've
Oh,
got
okay.
8 platinum, which is how much gold?
80.
80 gold. And then the silver 2 gold is.
Do you have 80
Somebody
platinum?
do math for me. No, I have 8 platinum, 278 gold, and 213 silver.
Your silver would be
I
21.3
think
gold.
that adds up, right? Someone help my bad at math.
Sorry.
How much you need?
What was that?
Gold?
Yeah. No.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna be enough.
7 platinum.
Damn it.
8 platinum.
Wait, how much is
That's 80
it?
gold.
500
Yeah.
for the pair?
Mhm.
And how much gold do you have?
278 and
Plus
Most of
80.
it.
plus 80
Okay, well, whatever difference you have, I can pay the rest of them.
You have this much gold.
and that much gold.
How much
Mhm.
gold?
I tell him.
375.
I say I have this much.
69.
And he says,
Uh,
Milligan says, yes, you do. You have most of it. He gives a nod. And then he puts one shoe down and holds the other one up.
You need this much gold.
Do you purchase Suzalian silk cloaks? Because I have one of those.
He rubs his hands together.
It's
And,
made by
uh,
some guy's mom.
He says, I like the way you talk. With that said,
My son.
he offers
someday.
he offers to have a look at it. Tell him about it.
So it was on a dead guy. There was a note in it
At least you're
that
honest.
said it was made by
Started
his
off high,
mom.
yeah?
It looks great on. I say as I lean and then like not something over.
You're gonna kill your
you need to roll. Roll.
No,
I
it's
want
fine.
this to
Actually,
work.
the guy is
I want a
mesmerized.
nat 20.
Like, you hand him this cloak. I'm not kidding. The whole interaction, he was just like, Milligan is. He has fallen so interested in this moment, staring at you as you're going through this step by step, and then finally you hand him this cloak and tell him this story. And he's just staring at the cloak. Indeed.
I also pull out 3 lizard folk teeth. This is.
Okay,
So
I'm not
it's
even
all
gonna lie.
about-
He unfurls the cloak and looks at it, and looks at you and says, "There's not a drop of blood on it." And he looks it up and down, and then you whip out the teeth for him, and he just takes your hand in both of his, and he says, deeply into your eyes, he says, "This is fabulous. It will do." And he takes the teeth and he says, "I'm not sure that I needed these, but this is fine. This cloak is fabulous." And he says, like, the quality, the fabrication, made with love.
Some
Tragic
mom.
story along with it. Ah, this will sell well.
Great.
Have you heard?
And with that, you have a pair of new
Was
boots.
that also all of my money, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
With that said, though, you put on your brand new Milligans, brand new, 100% genuine Millies.
Perfect.
We have +1 charisma too, so that's cool.
Was that stuff? Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm at the building where Coral
Indeed you
Heart
are,
probably
actually,
works.
yeah.
Okay, before going in,
Oh.
I'm going to use my fourth level spell slot, and I'm going to create 6 superior myconids
Oh my
just
God.
as intimidation factors.
Where are you going? A store?
to see Coral Heart. I don't know if she's bad or not.
Okay.
I'm just being
Yeah, I was
precautious,
just wanting to see if there was
taking
something
precautions.
that had the same.
I don't think so.
So yeah, now I have
But-
6
Just because
superior
of my
dudes. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Now that the stuff's
Yeah.
changed.
Wesley and Buttercup 2.0s.
If I can find like,
think
I'm
there's
just
still-
gonna look
Plus
for things
four.
that have like plus one instead of plus one.
Where does it stop? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I mean, don't
wanna
stop.
get
They're
that,
keeping on the deck here.
but I think
So as I was
it's
saying,
later.
the doors part away from each other, showing an opulent city center interior as it should be. There are officials milling about. And when I say milling about, they're scuttling, they're crawling over the walls, they're crawling along the various like railings of the place.
Is this
It's
Twilight music?
It is,
Okay.
100%.
oops.
I was like, this is that song, isn't it?
It really is.
Oh, never mind, I thought this was.
You know what? It'll work for now.
Alright, sorry. So we walk in, meet with my 6 dudes. One of them are carrying stuff hanging out. By the way.
I'm sorry, one of them is what?
One of them's carrying all the religious stuff hanging out.
Oh yeah, of course.
No.
No, that's
Bonfire. Yeah. 'cause you
not
can-
at all what I thought it would be.
You added. You
Sorry.
just want to add the plus. You don't want to actually change the core. Yep.
No.
Yeah, just test it out there. So it should be there. Just double check.
Yes.
There you go.
And then also my AC.
Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Modifier 1. Same thing. Should be a modifier.
The doors open up, you walk inside, balconies all around, your muscle behind you. As they trudge in, one after the next, you scuttle through the doorways, and the marble tiles give way to your presence, your reflection stretched out against the many lights all around. You can see all sorts of soldiers and officials, and being a swamp-based sort of place with all sorts of beast races, you can see them crawling along on balconies and balustrades and milling about and collecting in this place and that place as they're doing what they do. As you're situated at the doorway looking around, you can see the set of sweeping stairs that are collecting together and heading up and then separating apart and meeting with the balconies as they kind of wrap around overhead. With that, there's a geodesic kind of dome overhead, crystalline structure that it is, rainbow colors shining down all around, all over the place. There's a crowd of people that are just kind of like copsed in different places around the floor, and the whole of the space is kind of just echoing with all of the chatter of all of these various peoples and races that are talking to one another. The place is in absolute cacophony of voices and conversation from all these various races discussing all sorts of things. And when you walk in, it's almost as if you kind of merge in and meld, and they give way to you and look towards you, and a couple of them regard and whisper about as you walk amidst doing the thing, like making your way towards, you're not quite sure where, but you think upwards, Coral Heart must be important, right?
You guys are not a directory for the building?
As you look towards, you find that there actually is a quartz crystal in the center of this whole dais that is the rotunda of the lobby. That's a lot of words to say. The lobby. But the point being, this large quartz thing with all the various names carved into it, and you find that there's not actually a lot of names, but only the 6, one of them being Coral Heart.
10.
All right, up to Coral Heart. Come hither, my kids.
As you do so, actually, you find yourself quickly ascending amongst the You find yourself quickly ascending from the crowd, leaving the whole of the noise behind, and before long, the echo of their many voices and that whole noise is disappeared as you're in the top of it, and it's like this general kind of dull echo all around as you're making your way around the balcony. Point being, I want to throw the thing into it, but I don't want them to like crash into it like an idiot.
You get afraid of
Or maybe I do. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the case of where you come upon the balcony and you see all the various doors there. Of the 6, you happen upon Coral Hearts pretty easily, and like I said, there's lots of guards situated around here, and they don't mess with you as you're making your way towards the door. But as you get to the door, you find that A, there's a notice on it, and B, the knob has a padlock over it. And it says simply on the notice in both Swamp Speech and Common. Well, actually, in Swamp Speech, as you look at it, it's got a lot more text than in Common, where it says, Coral Heart gone, Coral Heart not here. But in Swamp Speech, you can roll me, what was it I was having for this? You can roll me nature, actually, at this point. You find a thrum rise within you as you try to attune to the language.
I got 11.
It'll do. You make out most of it, and it says something to the effect of, she is under protection due to threat from the Siskel.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
cool.
And as the camera pans
Wait,
against
how
your
many people
face,
are around us?
Around you?
Yeah, is there anyone around? Where
On the
we're all
balcony,
standing?
actually not really. There's like the guards making the rounds, and they've been kind of just stepping out of the way best they can for your guys, and your guys have kind of been single filing for the most part. But yeah, you get to the door and you're staring at it, and all the guards have just kind of been watching you do your thing, and then as you get to the door and stare at it, they just go back to doing whatever they were doing, is just patrolling around, completely uninterested.
Would how much strength do these guys have? Would a couple of the Myconids be able to like rip or break that padlock so I can go check it
Oh
out?
my god.
What's your strength?
My strength?
No, the Myconid strength. Yeah.
It's 12.
12? You put two of them together, roll well, we'll see where you get. Give me a 16 or better on one of them and a 14 or better on the other. One's helping the other.
Do they have a bonus? at
No,
all?
one of them didn't. Oh, that one did. So one did not make it. One got 17.
One's inspired upon, I guess, as it were, but the other one not so much. Well, you bend the lock a bit, but you don't quite manage to break it loose. As it is, though, you do make a bit of a racket. As it is, what it is, the city hall here, the couple guards, they kind of take notice of this and they start to kind of move in closer to take a look at what's going on. The one bullywug coming around the corner with spear, crossbow, blah, blah, blah in hand, looking at what you've just done, looking at the crew, and still unsure.
Because my guys are all surrounding her. Yeah?
So, like, yes and no. The noise being what it is, and your guys are surrounding, you're definitely blocking in, blah, blah, blah. But the guys are obviously closing in on you, and they're not looking like they want to be polite, but they're also not looking like they want to start shit, and they're not sure what to make of you. One of them says, "What you doing?" in common. And then another one just starts going off in swamp, and the subtitles start to like kind of rattle by as.
They have like a bunch of asterisks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Quite literally.
I turn around. I'm so sorry, and then I turn back to my kid. What the hell are you think you're doing? I'm so sorry.
Throw me persuasion at advantage, and meanwhile,
Wouldn't that be deception?
in this case, we're gonna go with persuasion because these guys also don't want to fuck with whatever the fuck she's bringing to the table.
24.
That'll do. They look at you and says, "We'll get it fixed."
Thank you, and we'll just I just want to ask them where would I be able to find Coral Heart? I have some.
Coral Heart gone. Coral Heart not here.
I have important legislation for her. Where would I be able to deliver a package for Coral Heart?
And he just walks away after a moment. He's not sure what the fuck you're asking. He's got, "I have a couple of things I can say in your language. This is one of them." And then he walks away. You're kind of standing, like literally you're standing there. The camera's giving a fisheye from Coral Heart's office door as it's showing you and all your guys, and then you're just shown as you look back towards the door. None of the guards are paying too much attention to you. They've walked away at the moment, and as you watch, they're filing off as if something's going on, and you can hear some sort of noise outside. There's a celebration, it sounds like, a procession, a parade. You can see from here, there's a huge set of arched windows, and you can see them from the office just next to the whole of City Hall. This bit of a religious thing suddenly going on. And you're watching as there's a whole lot of peoples that are out in the streets throwing a whole lot of celebratory stuff in the air, be it confetti or people's body parts, I'm not sure. The point being is they're happy about something. They're happy about something they've heard about. And as you see the tapestries unfurl and the people is holding those tapestries on poles overhead, waving them in the wind, you see the visage of a large frog that we see on that tapestry as you're milling about the office there.
I guess I would look for whoever is superior is.
It shows you going through the various hallways, doing the best you can to find whomever might be in charge of this place. And before long, you manage to find Captain Dalcom of this place pretty easily. And he looks up at you. He's an old elf. He is an old elf who looks up at you and simply says, "I help you." You deliver upon him what?
Well, first of all,
Because you got a lot to deliver.
I'll start out by the 2 ceremonial swords. That
Oh,
I got
yeah,
for
yeah,
myself.
okay.
I'll put those on the table, and I said, first of all, one of our outposts has been completely destroyed. All the men inside completely murdered. I'll take out the dog tags, and I'll be like, if you can, make sure that these get back to their families to let them know that their sons have perished. 2,
Hold on, let me stop you there, son. Tedric! Tedric, get in here! You see like an older dwarf file in. Hey, I'll come, what you want? Tedric, get a load of this. The swords, tell me again about them. And then like you get a quick glimpse of what's going on here as he like he literally pulls a hand keg out from under and then puts his feet down and says, son, this whole place is going to shit. Have you noticed that?
yeah, figured.
Sit down and have a drink. Dedrick, it's about that time, don't you think? Tell us more then.
All right.
So there's like a Guy Ritchie moment where you're telling these old guys that are running this outpost in Three Trees. They're telling you they're the only guys here right now.
Yeah, tell them about.
All the other purple dragons have been milled off. Nobody is manned here right now.
Nobody's manned here.
No,
Okay,
they're the
well,
only
this is
ones. They're here
fine.
for communication, and they're here because they're the least threatening.
I'm like, well, boys. By the sounds of things are heating up at Siskel.
He laughs at you when you say this. This is Skell.
Yeah.
Have you not heard? He
What?
grabs a parchment and he slaps it down and slides it across to you. And it says, Ariston fallen. The black goo takes the people.
Yeah, I fucking
The water?
figured.
It says a question mark. With that, he looks at you. This whole countryside, it's...
That's what the wall is.
Well, there's some that say that that's what it is the stuff that we see bubbling out of the earth. And there's those that say the Iron Gardens have lost and that the wall has fallen. And
Well, the fucking fox mantles are in league with Siskel.
what are you talking about, the Fox Mantles?
I've seen them.
Yes, we've all seen them. The grains, they're everywhere. They provide your cereals in the breakfast. They provide your breads in the evening and during the day. The Fox Mantles and logos everywhere, of course. Fox Mantle grains. Everybody knows them.
Yeah, they're in league with the Siskel.
What are you talking about?
They're with the Siskel.
No.
They've been helping planning.
Where'd you hear such things?
Karsik is leading them. The big.
Carson.
Why would you tell these strangers these things?
You know, he's literally
I'm the
talking to
purple dragon
old
of
purple
the-
dragon. But
Yeah.
then, and I'm not going to argue that, but yeah, that's how the interaction goes. The guy, you're trying to convince these old guys, and you guys are, they're just getting drunker and drunker as the day goes.
You guys are alright. Well,
He, when you lose faith finally and say your piece, the guy just sits back. Now you get the idea. He shoves the swords back towards you and says, use them in good health for as long as you stay alive, boy. Don't be handing those in here. These folks will just get them and turn them into whatever they want to turn them into.
yeah, well, boys, you end up drinking yourself to your grave then. Alright. Take care.
This is our grave. Isn't it, Tedric? Hey!
So they've completely.
Anyway, he has a heart attack and dies like right there. Anyway.
Court-martial them
Put them in
both.
the.
Yeah, put them in brick.
Wait, actually, hold on. Am
You
I?
could
You
kill
don't
them
rank
and
them?
then
I'm
kill
lieutenant.
the
Am I above rank?
The one guy, unfortunately, is the custodies. He's custodian of this place, and
Oh,
it's
she's
just
a fucking
it's
janitor.
no, it's literally a tenured position. He's head knight of the place until he's dead.
Oh my god.
That's it.
I'll-
In any event, as it's showing you, like
I'll-
looking at the fucking emblem
Before I
on
leave,
his
I'll
badge.
I'll just
Yeah.
be like, you have no honor, sir. You bring shame to your rank. You bring shame to Cormir. You bring shame to.
He looks around for a moment. Well, the place is clean, isn't it, Tedric? That it is, sir. And he drinks hard.
Dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow.
Do they they have any sort of good armor, weapons?
Oh, actually,
weapons?
you know what? As a matter of fact, he says keep those, and he throws you the keys to the armory. He
Alright.
says, "You've got so much honor. You'd best go and make use of what you find over there."
Alright, I'll go to the armory. What's in the armory?
No worries. As it shows you take the keys and walk out of camera, it shows the tapestries of the procession in the background, and it shows Papa Crocus shown there amidst Karsak. At which point it zooms in on Karsak and it shows a relief of him in gold and silver as you're looking at a book in the library, and it kind of pans away from that to show you looking at it and flipping the page as you're looking through like a stack of various books that in recent times have been published about the Pantheon and the people, the politics thereby, and finally Karsak's rise to power here from a history of, and oddly enough, as you close it and put it away, it says Volo on the bottom. Genuine, baby. So you know it's got the right info. That's right. But the point being though, you've learned quite a bit about the would-be, leader come Lord of what is once the Farsees, so to be this province of the Swamp Peoples. He has called it a couple different things, but basically it's like supposed to be Shangri-La of the Swamp Peoples. And so as a result, he has the faith of the people. He has he has the faith and belief of so many, the majority of so many in the swamps.
See, so the more I'm reading this,
Yeah,
just,
like literally, yeah.
He's the Pope. He's the Pope from Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh god.
We gotta kill the
Yeah,
Pope,
so-
guys.
Yeah.
Just the more I read,
Corrupted
and I know
Pope.
like, kind of.
There's nothing more or less that you don't know about him professionally. Like you read his wiki,
Yeah, Borgia.
you know,
Yeah.
100%.
Because he's like super
I'm just
corrupt
like, we
and
need.
he's the Pope
I
now.
don't.
And
Ben
incest.
doesn't like him. Ben's like, I need
Yeah,
to deal
so
with this guy.
he has been known to push Cormyreans out wherever he can,
Chesapeake
while stating that he
Plancia.
agrees with the need for the mixing of the presents and the etc. He's a big proponent of the Iron Gardens, obviously, thinks they're a great thing. Also believes in all the green. Green is good all around. If you're green, you're okay. He's been known to help and feed and protect and all sorts of things. And he was very angry when the Rutherford disappeared. When the Rutherford was gone and they no longer had the cures that were keeping the Black Tar's effects at bay, that was when things really started to go. And now we see what's going on. And he blames the Ariston lineage for this, and the Cormyreans, the Dry Whites are just the wrong sort of leadership for a place that is in such need.
But he works with the Foxmen.
It doesn't say that anymore.
No, but like that's what we saw from the.
I just
book.
heard you say.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, this guy's a liar. This guy's just a con artist.
Well,
He's-
that's what narcissists do. They cultivate green flags to try to overshadow their red flags.
Yeah, he's just a bad guy.
I mean, look at Ted Bundy. People didn't want to believe that anything about him. But like, they were just like, oh no, he's too nice of a guy. He did this.
Is
this,
dude,
and this.
is in the book or in the wiki that I'm reading? Does it show that if he's is he like a cleric? Do like is
No.
sense like or
He's
paladin?
effectively a shaman of the people, right?
Yeah. So would that be like more of a cleric in the sense or a paladin?
100%. Yeah, no, he's not a paladin.
Okay,
This
so
guy's
he's
totally
like more
a
of like
cleric.
a cleric. Okay. And then I walk out and I hear all that commotion with all the batteries. I'm just like shaking my head and like this guy, like he's literally controlling this whole place just with his influence.
Right. Okay. I've got numbers out. I hate eating all this. As you're so focused on this, you hear the echoes. You hear several voices, several relations and clues and branches and such, and focusing it upon without too much difficulty, you find yourself meandering in your thoughts, almost swooning with the level of explanation and knowledge that's flooding into you. You're not sure what to make of it all, but you find yourself sweating, dizzy. You recover pretty easily though. No test, no nothing. Before you know it, it's all gone, and you're okay. And focused, as you think to yourself, you can easily find him. You know exactly where he is. Right now, in fact, as you think to yourself, Karsak's getting ready to be received. He's still on the boat. And you kind of think to yourself a little harder, trying to focus more, but before you know it, it's just gone.
Alright. Yeah, the boat didn't go well, so we need to figure out how to get him by himself. So we
Oh,
don't
sorry,
have
I should
all
mention,
the,
the boat itself is, in fact, docked in Three Trees at the moment.
assumed that.
Seems he's here for a celebration.
Yeah. So we need to.
A celebration of his presence. Hey.
Can I say?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I say that I also grabbed that paper that they gave us, the headline of that?
Sure, yeah. The newspaper?
Yeah.
totally.
What was the headline again?
Ariston fallen, question mark.
Ariston.
Black waters take the people. That was what I said earlier, but it's much better now. With that said, the camera pans away from you. Showing you back at the door, and at this point, I mean, in the city hall, what is it you want to do?
So you just said all the guards have kind of left for outside or whatever. So could we try the lock again?
Oh my god.
What did I roll for it before? Oh right, it was just strength for the guys, wasn't it?
It would be athletics. I don't think the mechanics have it, but
I'd love to be making my way towards City Hall or wherever Edaz is, because I assume we know she was going to try and find.
15 and 13.
I would think so. I'm not sure though. 15 and 13?
It's already a bit bent, so do we get in there?
You know what? We'll go with that. The group of them working together managed to wrench the locking mechanism apart,
Sick.
and the door opens up. It looks disheveled as fuck. Like, it's not pretty, but it is open. And showing inside, there's an opulent bit of a chamber that reveals an organized patron of whatever this political frontier might offer. As you look around, you can see tapestries to the various patron gods, and you can see that she's got a large desk facing a balcony with an arch doorway that's still sitting wide open, looking out over the horizon and the city at large. She's got a couple suits of armor and decorative shit in here. She's gonna have like glass covered sort of God, I can't remember, display cases that are she's gonna have like, we'll say 4 of these display cases around. They've got gems, they got jewels, they got like rings and necklaces and shit. It's all glass covered, locked, etc. We'll make sure to work on it, I'm sure. Point being is it's all there at the moment.
I would like to rifle through her desk and office or whatever and see if I can find a home address.
Mm-hmm.
Should I just roll investigation?
Yeah, throw investigation. Let's say 14 or better.
Yeah, I only got 8.
There's nothing immediately in her desk, but you wrap around and find that you detect hollow portions that maybe shouldn't be. It looks like this rattles like a door and doesn't open. This seems to have a hollow bottom, but you don't know how to get that open. A lot of tricks to the desk, it seems. You ever seen those tricky desks? There's like, you do this and that, you stand on one foot and slap yourself in the face, and it opens up this over here.
Secret compartment.
It's wild shit. Anyway.
So should I try? Let's see. What would I need to roll to try to...
Investigation on the desk, I guess.
We're gonna do that then. That just sounds like fun. What was that? 15?
You managed to unlock a secret hatch that shows a bunch of scrolls inside that seem to be a variety of different agreements with a variety of different bodies. So there's a couple parchments that immediately say the names of military representatives. It says at the top, Arashak is this just really took a turn? Okay, that's the
Wicked.
I mean, like it should happen. I know, sorry. Moving right along. Shows Arashak's name, who it names as the head of the Siskel, as a participant in an agreement for what is it? A ceasefire. It says, and this is all in swamp speech, I should say, but with the help of some dear friends, you're having no real issue understanding this. As you're reading it. The other documents talk business agreements, land sales. One of them is related to the Foxmantles, another one to an old body named Cropus, and finally, you see a few that are signed with Karsak's name, providing a whole lot of different land titles to what are known as the Long Road. It marks them out. It leads from about the central point of the Far Seas swamps and heads all the way westerly to Worm Hall. It describes construction and various building materials being transported, and even has diagrams of strange wagons. And you notice the date on some of these, as well as the names on some of the designs, as those of one Farfetcher family. Sorry, the Dwarven design crest showing way, and the signatory bearing that of one Philomonger Farfetcher.
What a name. Are we in like a shop right now?
She's in Coral Heart's office in City Hall,
Oh, right.
going through her files and having found a secret compartment in her desk that's
Okay.
got several documents related to old business dealings, land titles, and such.
Because I still have maps and parchments and things from the tower that we haven't gone through yet.
Indeed, you do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. But the point being, as you keep going through this, there's more and more of the same old thing, which is to say that a whole lot of related documents pointing to Karsak taking some ownership over this road to the Ehrengarten Hall. With that said, the camera pans against you and shows the whole of the chamber around you, and the twinkling jewels and gems, and a display case with scepters and rods.
So I would like to take
The camera kind of wipes.
all the gems, all the crystals.
You have a way of opening the locks is really the question.
Oh, I can't just
Otherwise,
smash the cases?
yeah, you can smash the cases. I'm just saying. May cause, well, there's a lot of celebration going on. Well, give me this shit. It's fine. The camera wipes, and you take 7 gems of 50 gold apiece.
Ooh.
It's known as the collection of the concubine. I guess we'll go with that. It sounds cool. The good old COC. But yeah, it's a 7 gem series. Sold as a collection to the right collector, it's worth 3,500 gold.
Cool.
As it is, it's worth 50 gold apiece if you sell it to pawn shops.
Alright.
That said, wands, scepters, and etc. There is a wand of shit. I had this. But wand of dancing lights, and a scepter of. Oh my goodness. Scepter of. Not. Is it Blizzard? It's just Blizzard. Blizzard's the spell. Fuck.
Ice Storm.
Give it to Valera.
I want a blizzard. I miss my home.
Right. Might be Ice Storm here. Let's see. What level is Ice Storm? 4th level? Yeah, that'll do. Scepter of Ice Storm.
So you did your spell, girl.
What else there? The rest of it's jewelry. None of the rings have any magical powers. One of them actually, no, sorry. One of them does. It's a ring of poisoning.
Ooh, like whoever wears it gets poisoned?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put that one in my pocket.
Okay, cool. Yeah, might be a good idea.
And how many other ones are there?
Yeah, so the rest of the rings, we're going to say there's 5 rings. It's a set of 6. That one's the pinnacle piece.
Okay.
And they're worth, we'll say, like, they're worth 60 gold apiece, just to be difficult. With that said,
Alright,
You-
if that's all the good stuff, I'll skedaddle.
you find yourself once again situated in the city. You know, just a girl in the big city. And as you're milling about looking for City Hall, you see the procession going away. The whole of the place has a strange vibe all around. The celebratories, they have a positiveness to them, but the fact that they have humans strung up here and there, dripping blood, and it's kind of a macabre thing. But, you know, exotics, it's different. Point being, you're not one to judge, right? But as you continue making your way along, you feel the same sensation once again. But this time there's a weird twinge to it as something twists within and without you, and you hear a sort of help that is accompanied by a please. It sounds and seems desperate, but it also sounds and seems inert. And yet, external, you're not sure. Did you imagine it? Did you hear it? But you know it's through there. Between all these people on the other side of this street, you heard it come from over there.
I'll walk right to it.
Drawn towards this, without question, your senses take you. You hear the echo once again.
I'm gonna use magic awareness as I'm doing it. So 60 feet, any magic item or spell that isn't behind total cover.
That's fair. You see a glowing, I want to say, shape on the other side of all the peoples for a brief moment that appears, and you think it's a mask, but it disappears a second later. And you hear a giggle, as if somebody's now playing a game.
It's the
Oh,
boy.
it's
It's the boy. It's the demon boy.
Hey, he was just raised in a bad household.
He's very evil. He's an evil boy that needs to be smited. I'm gonna smite this boy,
On
basically.
the other side of all
Yeah, you judge me for
Yep.
breaking things and animating dead.
And you can
Like,
see
what's
this
like
little
the
glowing
child?
mask as it turns away
Child, he's the worst.
starts to run away through the alley on the other side of the crowd.
Don't do it, don't do it, don't do
I'm
it.
gonna follow it.
No.
I'm not trying to catch up to it.
That's fine. You walk in like so much Friday the 13th, there's the Lara instead of, right?
Oh, I should have
And
worn that shirt.
as it shows the alleyway, and we see all the peoples there, and anime style, we see you crossfade into the scene against the light outside. The scene showing you silhouetted for the moment before we see full color. And the scene outside disappears as the darkness of the alleyway takes over. And you find yourself between these tall, mud, sandstone, marble, beautiful buildings in some cases, but when you get in between them and you see the dilapidation, the moisture, the cold of the many halls that these places present as you continue to follow along, you almost feel the warmth against the cold as you follow along to find yourself in not a dead end, but you're in a T, right? And at the far end, it's about 60 feet away. There's a wall, and you see a collection of barrels and crates and whatnot that you'd find bric-a-brac in an alleyway, and the boy, situated with the mask on his face, legs kicking in midair.
I'm gonna say, you trying to talk to me?
You hear a giggle all around you echoing, mystically, through the ether, off the reverberant surfaces of all the buildings, as if it was right there, and yet you know it's not. You know it's not. It's not possible that it's here. It's just a spirit after all. It's not real.
He's still there though. He just giggles as a response.
His mask swivels on the little boy's head, looking towards you, looking away, looking disinterested, and then curious. The expressions on the mask are uncanny in that they do transition from one to the next, but it's a wooden mask.
Seems pretty run of the mill.
He continues to kick his feet, expecting something. He's 60 feet away, and you're free to walk away. There's nothing stopping you. The cold is pressing all around, yet there's a warmth in the path ahead. Like a bit of a gust here and there.
how far down the alley am I?
You're at the T,
Yeah.
and he's 60 feet away at the dead end. It's not a total dead end. It's just a wall.
Yes.
The wall itself is about 30, 40 feet tall.
I think I'll probably back away the way I came, but like I'll walk backwards, watching him the whole time.
As you start to back away, you hear a sudden hiss, and the wall behind him bursts, and a massive black snake leaps out and grabs a hold of him as he screams out. You watch as the black snake grabs a hold of him and he fights to fight it off.
Oh boy, good snake.
There's a cacophony of noise that echoes out all around you. A massive amount of chaos that explodes in the moment.
I'm gonna rage. Oh, that's
Didn't
perfect.
you have a free rage?
I
Mhm.
used it.
Oh.
That's perfect. So is it 60 feet, you said?
Yep.
So my weapon is now force, and I can throw it a long range of 60 feet. So I'm gonna try to do that at the snake.
Those things are neat, actually. I like that people have.
The 3D printed ones.
Yeah, it's cool. Sorry, that's yours?
Slug.
I'm throwing my axe.
I want that.
Where's that come from?
Where'd that come from?
I too wish to throw my
Maybe
axe
I don't know if you can, but if
crowd of
anybody
enemies.
wants
Just a crowd of people.
You feel it within you and without you. 1,000 voices. Anyway, this is brief.
how much better.
Oh, that sucks.
Does a 12 hit?
Your axe sails away and smacks into the wall. As you come flying forth and find yourself rushing up to this boy sitting on the barrel, swinging his legs, and a coiled snake hanging off of his neck. And he looks at you and he simply says, to the snake, you're right, they are good people.
I'm in front of him now?
Yeah, like
he has a
literally right
snake
next to him.
coiled on his neck.
Yeah. And he points over towards another barrel or a crate or something next to him.
Points to the crate next to him.
Yeah, and he says, I could use a friend.
I'm gonna sit on it.
All right.
Sit on the barrel next to him. Also, my weapon's back in my hand.
Oh yeah. It shows you set yourself up next to him and yank the weapon out of the wall. Sorry, old character.
Are we all seeing this?
No, literally, this is just in the moment with Valera as she's hallucinating it all and then not. As it concludes out, I think I got the time tonight. No, I'm still 15 minutes off. As the procession continues to echo out around, as everybody is conducting whatever, doing what they do, milling about and discovering and finding things, you all start to hear the noise. The whole of the city come alive. The whole of everybody all across the whole of this place. Every last person, every last denizen, citizen, human, scaled, green, white, gray, whatever they might be, cheering for the arrival of their salvation against those who would take their whole lives from them.
You
I
know?
just, am I able to hand the boy the wilted orange flower that Petrichor gave me? I just want to offer it to him.
Well, why wouldn't it be? Hasn't been long.
As the camera pans against the transition there, it shows you with yours, and it shows you.
With all the shit I got from the barracks because I rigged
Like
the
literally
fuck
coming
out
out
of
like
that.
Doom Guy.
No, not Doom Guy. I think it's Mel Gibson from The Patriot with like all the guns
That'll work.
and everything.
It cuts from there to, oh my god, why can't I remember the Smith's name? With an H?
Hector?
It switches to Hector, jabbering away, and he looks up towards the sky. Yes. And it cuts over towards, finally, yourself walking out from the library. You've got a satchel of books with you.
I want to see if I can contact Dembostra. I want to like go to the edge of the water. That's where I seem to find them all the time, and kind of see if I could speak to it.
It shows you at the water's edge, doing the thing. As you approach it, shows you and your reflection within the water. As you stare down into it, checking upon yourself. Your complexion, kind of ripply, but steady at the same time here and there. As you find yourself within the waters, you find yourself within yourself, aligning yourself, and then the camera cuts back as, it's your perspective, and then you watch this, you suddenly drop to your knees, and then it cuts to a distance as it shows the silhouette of you, and the water's rushing, and we can see them perfectly here in color and beautiful, and in the distance everything is just silhouetted black against the beautiful, colorful light of the horizon, but everything in the floor is completely dark and black as the light is overtaking, and we watch as you bow in, and it fades from there to watch as where's
I'm waiting to do my thing.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm having a moment of it.
It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to do some shopping from before.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shows you walk out from the shops wherever you were at, seeing the procession going on. By the way, what were you
Like
shopping
the scene
after?
of seeing a pretty woman with all the bags.
Like something like braces of defense.
Through an investigation question?
Sure.
Yeah.
13 plus 2, 15?
Maybe it's look if you're done with it.
The city provides pretty easily. You manage to find yourself braces of defense +1.
Okay. For your
A
birthday.
variety of recently commandeered from a Purple Dragon outpost up to the north.
Little insignia on them?
They won't need them. That's what the shop owner tells you.
Goddamn fucking bear.
The insignia still on them?
No, it's been scratched off.
yeah, okay.
The owner took the time to file it off. They're still purple and
Sure.
gold. He wants 300 on him because he's got to
Okay.
move them
That's fair.
in case shit goes south.
That's fair. I do have that much, so I'm not much of a bargainer, so Phil's just gonna pay that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
With that, he looks you up and down and says it would have been 500 for any dry whites.
Of course.
What race is he?
He's a Pollywog lizard.
Oh. I say to him in swamp speech, keep your skin moist, brother.
He takes a pitcher of water and splashes you in thanks.
Thank you, I'm molting. And then
He says I can smell it.
I say, I take this as a compliment.
It's not bad.
I take it as a compliment.
I smelled
Yeah.
better though, he says.
My smell is potent.
But its
And,
pungence is weak.
Yes.
You should up your honey intake, he says.
True. He's got a good point.
More bees.
And just as I leave, I turn to him, just say one more racist thing. I say, swamp folk. I leave, that's it.
He does the traditional swamp folks totally racist thing that only swamp people can do. I don't know.
Totally racist thing. Only small folk people.
Whatever it is.
Cool.
Gives you a free subscription to Swamp People Only magazine.
Swamp people.
People only.
With that said though,
Swamp front.
We're not able to do that.
Swamp
the
front.
camera pans against everybody doing this and then finally cuts back to show kind of goosh. At the far end of a 60-foot alleyway, it shows you across from this little boy. And the moments pass by as we watch, like in the background over the wall, a little bit of time pass before he fades away, leaving you sitting there. Before you get up and it crossfades to you walking out of the alleyway, step by step, and disappearing stage left. Carrying a mask.
Carrying the mask. Oh, shit.
Do I notice I'm carrying the mask?
You do actually. He leaves it behind.
Huh.
Actually, you know what? I'll give you that. Do you take it?
Yeah.
I just assumed you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll forgive me there.
I gave him the flower, he gave me the mask. I'm learning friendship. I think this is that.
That's
So
fair.
I
I
take the
think
mask.
this is that.
Because it's clearly not what you have in the ass.
That's the best line. I think this is.
I'm wondering if
It is.
Vostra showed up.
The scene, as that fades out, I will say, the credits begin to roll, and it shows you at the water's edge, as it shows you kind of like bowing down, and then as you rise up, the camera continues to pan up, and it shows just this ethereal sort of snake rise up as a column. There's no sound. The music just continues. As it shows this column just rise up towards the sky, and it shows the dark of the sky overhead and the ribbon of terrible black for a moment. But this thing stopped and just pivot down to look down towards you. And it crossfades from there as it shows you make your way towards Christo, as a matter of fact, who's reading the paper and going over notes and looking up towards you.
They're completely useless in there. And I'll show him the paper.
He looks towards you and he throws you a sack of cash. And he says, Lord Uscavern says, hello,
Lord,
as you catch that.
Lord Scavern.
Uscavern.
Lord Scavern.
Don't consider yourself bribed or on his payroll or some such. Just consider the thank you, huh? Don't read into it. And then he just like looks over towards the street and he gives a nod. This is all strange and I have not seen anybody for quite some time, but I should think everybody knows where we are. And as the camera pulls back and kind of shows the bathhouse, this opulent marble structure, it shows Edith's face on the wall, customer of the month.
You know it.
I could do for that.
I'm sure it was 3 trees. You'll forgive me if it was Nick who's rest.
Yeah.
Pretty
How
sure
much
it was
cash did he give me?
It's a chain. Like it's
Yeah, no, yeah. She's just
She
like,
got the like the company
she's
reward.
that. She hits. She's.
I bought the chain package.
First
Special,
one.
special endings including treatment.
Yeah.
The Versace. Oh god, that killed me. I'm sorry.
Lord.
I needed the break. I'm sorry, that killed me. But yeah, no, quite literally, that was good. Shows you guys up on top. Shows you guys up on top of the bathhouse. Shows all the people making their way, procession and whatnot. And it shows the lot of you guys slowly milling back in. Shows you carrying handbags, kind of skipping along, looking red, looking fine.
Nice.
Shows you walking in
Smelling fine.
with Denny and your horse, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
Shows you arriving along with mask in hand as it comes in stage right. You're looking towards it. You're not. You're walking in. And of course yourself, satchel of books.
I wanted. We're not going to be here next session, so I just wanted to kind of end something with it. I wanted to speak to Vostra quick before we end it, and I say, you also don't you don't like the shaman, the frog, the Bullywug shaman, correct?
Yeah, it makes sense.
As he looks down upon you and simply says, Karsak is a means to an end.
And I say, monsters. What did I have it? Monsters don't get names. I want to say to him, and I say, I need him gone.
He laughs at this and says, monsters all have names. They just get called different things. And says, your cause is yours, and I will see it through.
All right. I just wanted to, yeah.
We're
What?
not right through next session. It's the session after.
Oh, the session after. Okay, never mind then.
Oh, you are here next?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I
Perfect.
thought.
I figured.
I wanted to make an agreement with some Vostra, because we both don't want this the guy here. I want to say he's too powerful. He's going to control this whole world with his influence. He's very dangerous. He is a monster, and someone else needs to take his place instead.
You feel a coil of warmth around you as he hisses away, and as he relaxes against the river, and you feel the water lap against your body as he's relaxing in it. The spirit simply says to you, the question simply is, how do you do it? And with that, it cuts the block.
Yeah.
With that,
Intro video?
yeah. Can't think of the bring
3 hour cold open.
You know, 2 hour really. We started at 7, eh? Yeah, I've been thinking about that. As soon as I saw the time, I was like, man.
That was my fault, I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not. We start late. We do. I had everything ready to go too. You know. Anyway,
Well, I'm not gonna deal with it.
I'm sorry. It's next week. I'm like 2 people away from getting it done. It's so much. Everyone takes 3,500.
So much for doing so little.
Cover a lot of ground.
I'm different.
I rehearsed that line a couple times. That was hard. Okay? That was tough.
What time of day are we ending at right now?
It's about midday-ish.
So we're not gonna be long resting before next time.
No, you guys like traveled through the night. You guys are pretty fresh still, I'd say. Having really done nothing but ride the boat down and back for. God, I can't imagine how a journey that is. Like driving to Vancouver
Yeah.
and then back again. Whoops! I forgot my soda, my Slurpee. You know?
Yeah.
Right on. Once again, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What was your favorite part? Was it East? You got an oak tree. That's pretty
I
great.
do. I have a
Oak
big
tree,
oak
good.
tree now. Highlight of my day.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm happy.
What else?
I'm not happy that I couldn't buy that bow.
Oh yeah. By the way, you found a bower. You did find a bower. I totally just got wrapped up in everything. 2 hours is not enough time. And then he went, yeah, you did
Yeah, it
find
was
that
like
bow.
1,000 gold and I only have 500.
Oh, that's right.
right,
yeah.
yeah.
we never
Yeah.
settled that one. That's okay.
Yeah,
We'll settle
I
that one
wanted to
next
go back
session.
and see if I could like.
I think there should be an
do any
after.
favors or something.
I think there should be like an after credit scene for that. where
Would
you
I
get
have been
that.
able to like go find her? And
I think that's what happens,
six
eh?
Myconids?
I'm just like
Do you want to throw in the money
sadly
for it? Do you
staring
want
at
to
her.
throw in the money for it? I mean,
Well,
what
would,
was
would
what were
I-
you shy on
Could we use
it?
intimidation to
Oh,
get
actually,
it
it's a
cheaper?
lot of money.
Like
too,
500.
Yeah, you were shy of like 50 platinum on that. So that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
What about 6
I have minus
superior
one
Myconids? Would that not
persuasion, so.
intimidate him into lowering
I like
the
when you
price?
offer him that one good.
Hey,
I don't
Call
know.
the
Maybe he
bar.
hits the security.
One berry from a level 1 spell for 500.
No, it's not a conjured one. You can plant it.
Oh, where'd you get that?
A long time ago.
From the swamp monster.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
does
Yeah,
swamp
no, it's a
monster?
plantable good berry, not a conjured one.
A good seed.
Neat. Oh yeah. No, I remember
Apparently
that
it's
one.
very
yeah.
rare.
No, I remember that one. Yeah. No, it is very rare. I totally remember that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. Yeah, I like
And he's
that.
like,
idea.
oh my
That was
God,
off of the
Ron
Shambling
makes fun of me
Mound.
all the time.
Basically, you can harvest a good berry,
Yeah.
but it's like a good berry, but it's
like a
natural.
berry seed plant.
Off of
Not a Monsanto one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, I guess. That's an unfortunate turn of events, yes.
That's
Not
okay.
having enough money for things sucks.
Okay, I think I only have 300 gold left. So.
That Versace went fast. Out there
You just
somewhere.
collect,
What was
like,
it?
A
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
gems.
Oh,
a
yeah, I
bunch of-
forgot. I
like
can
two
sell a bunch of
scepters,
shit.
some rings.
What was
Yeah.
Damn, yeah,
I
you-
know,
What was
I
the
think
phrase
they're
that
really
it's like
great.
you're still laughing
off my
at?
toast.
What?
Fake-
So there's some
fake
money on the party then.
the,
We'll figure it out. We'll
something-
figure
See,
it out in
next
due
time
course.
I'll
Something
crop my hair
rare
to give one of
comes
each to you.
seriously.
And
Oh,
with that, would you like what you have?
Fraudulent bear coats.
Yeah.
Fraudulent bear
I'm
coats.
thrilled about my shoes. I have been thinking about those since that session with the shoe.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the guy, but I'm surprised I still have him in my
Yeah,
notes.
and now I get to show off all my toe rings.
Oh, that's why you wanted them
That's
open
why you wanted. The whole time I kept wondering, like, why do you care about
I've
these
got
toes?
three.
Yeah.
I'm at three.
Three toe
Mind you,
rings?
don't get
Two
that
rings of
swamp
protection
foot
and
though.
one person's wedding.
All right. Plus 2 charisma.
Mind you,
What?
don't
I'm a
get
sucker for
swamp
toe
foot.
rings. I don't have a foot fetish. Don't have a foot fetish.
I also really like the situation with the boy in the mask. That's unexpected. Don't know where that's going, but as far as I'm concerned, I've made another friend.
Boy in mask? Question mark.
Yeah, I rehearsed that line a couple fucking times. Let me tell you, that was a hard one. Like that poor fuck.
The boy?
Yeah, that. My God. He's a tough character to get through sometimes. But yeah, no, it was a pleasure to bring him back in a meaningful manner, and actually have something there. That I think is great. And yeah, there's more to come on that. Not to give anything away, there's more to come on that. So I'm very stoked about that one. Robbie, what'd you like? What you have was Resist?
I like Flick Ascended. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's my best
Not
achievement.
the
in
best
life.
environments for that. You know, you need light.
It is what
Appreciate
it
color.
is. It is what it is. Yeah. It's nice seeing different plot lines unfold at different points and kind of coalesce or into one area. I think some shit's about to go down here. Yeah. Seems like it. Seems like it.
There's a parade going
Yeah.
Can't wait to
Woo!
show Patrick
Woo!
my new bracers.
Yeah.
I wonder if I
Oh
can
my
get
God.
this
My curiosity is what the fuck you guys are all gonna do with it. Oh my God. You got a whole city, the big city at your disposal. And Christo, I want to say in like the after credits scene, Christo's gonna be sitting wherever you guys are staying and looking out across the city, and having heard about all of what the fuck you guys have been fucking doing. After hearing all about it, on that bathhouse, he's gonna look out across it, and he's gonna simply look down at his toes and say, "I'm gonna go get the scrub." That's what he's gonna say. That's what he's gonna do.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm gonna go get a scrub. He's gonna go think about
He deserves it.
everything.
Yeah.
And that's what he's gonna say. You're right, Delera. That's what I deserve this.
Self-care.
From there, would you like to
We should all have
We should
self-care. We should. Whatever's going on.
Next day, it's like Edith and all her.
Just-
And like 3
I'm just
Myconids.
gonna rent out the whole spa with me and all my
Truth be,
mics.
yeah, almost there.
Soaking up all the water.
Getting all
Yeah.
the reward points.
Yeah, yeah, getting all those reward points.
There's a thing called a fine.
I know it was my favorite thing last time too, but I really like how many Myconids I can raise at a time now. I'm having a hard time mathing how many I can reanimate in 24 hours, but I'll get to that later.
It really doesn't matter until it matters. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
But so many undead. I'm gonna have a whole army. We're gonna have so much fodder for when we fight next guy.
This is a game of fantasies, you know? It's nice to see people living out their power fantasies or whatever fantasies. Or
Yeah, I really like the dark turn that Vitas has been taking.
Dictator.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing, right? I mean, really now. That's what I like to do, is like to feed into things and let people live out, you know, what we do around here. We have fun.
The shadow cycles.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's the fun stuff. I mean, that's the really fun stuff, let's be honest. You're having fun. I'm having fun. We're all having fun.
So I really am a naked frog on the inside.
Oh my God, that's the thing.
Aren't we all naked for crossing.
That's what we're
I have to admit, one of my favorite things was the bolting thing. It's not gonna last, but it'll be just a little curveball for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like imagining that, just like little bits of green flaking off, and they're like, ooh, a
Flicking
red
off.
spike.
You know what I mean, right?
We'll both flick and Dunny are molting so you can help each other.
Oh.
This
Yeah,
is
probably
true,
against each
actually.
other,
Yeah.
'cause it probably itches.
Well, he's supposed to be big
I don't
now.
want
Terrific after credits scene. They're just like licking each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, yes,
And
he
just
died
like
on
a
the
piece of
side.
skin, a
He's
piece of
He's
skin.
like shedding the horn and scales and stuff.
On that bombshell.
It looks like he's growing.
What did you
like
like? What did you
nuts
hate?
on
What was
his
your
head.
favorite part, and what did you like the least, Robert?
I like that we're in a new city.
I have to read something.
Pretty cool.
Indeed.
It's Swamp Venice.
The big city.
Yeah, Swamp Venice. Where are the trees?
Oh,
These
no,
3
it hasn't even
trees,
shipped
though.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are these trees?
Oh, sorry. That is true. I'm so sorry. I did
Should be
fail to
3.
describe. The 3 trees are 3 giant trees that are like basically in a column
Little one.
In Swamp Venice.
in Swamp Venice.
I didn't think it was Swamp Venice. I thought we were gonna see like a big fortress or something. But no, cool Swamp Venice.
Yeah.
No.
And it's sinking in just like normal Venice, but nobody cares. Everybody's happy about
It
it.
well looks like we're also the whole city's against us by the sounds of things from what they've told.
Yeah,
from
sounds
what
Oh,
like
they've-
you also see
Drive
more of those
is not
wanted
okay.
posters. Yeah, more of those wanted
Oh
posters.
yeah, from the
Oh,
bar.
that guy?
Same Bard guy from before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys in the barracks are assholes, and it seems like they've just given up on life, and they're just like, well, let's just keep smoking until the world ends.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I know on the outside he doesn't hold a grudge against you, but on the inside she still does, and she really likes that the purple dragons are falling apart.
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like,
They're colonizing.
it's a matter of time before Petrichor just renounces them and
Exactly.
just. But the only reason he joined them was to kind of get enough money to save his home, which we haven't done yet. So, and by the sounds of things, aren't sounding
It's not going
good.
well.
Yeah.
But he has
probably
no
not.
real loyalties to them. They're just a means to an end.
Is this my fault or is it the player's fault?
It's a
One has
bad
to wonder, is it the world or is it the person? Is it yours
Is it
or
both?
my responsibility to build your faith in your world? Oh, but the conundrums of the individual. Anyhow, my sociopathy aside, I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to next game when whatever the fuck this whole festival is going on is gonna.
Oh yeah,
go
no,
on.
I'm just imagining like if you've ever played Cyberpunk, that one mission where you're like traveling along and all the floats are going and shit. I don't know. I'm having fun with
No,
like all
it-
the concepts of what we could do.
No.
There's still a couple sessions left of this season's storyline and what people do with their opportunity at Karsak. I don't know. I'm feeling that. I'm
No.
feeling like everyone has an opportunity at Karsak.
I was telling Kate, Karsak reminds me of an Assassin's Creed 2 at the end there when you realize like the main bad guy is now the Pope of Italy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's now the
That's
head of the
100%.
Catholic Church. He's like, it feels like
1000%.
that very much.
1000%, my
Yeah,
friend.
Borgia.
1000%. This guy. Oh yeah, Karsak is that. But just as I said before, remember what I said before, and Robbie experienced this yesterday specifically. To a great many, Karsak is a very benevolent, protective, and caring individual who
Oh,
looks
yeah.
out for his own.
He was our fucking
Yes.
quest NPC star.
Because what is he after? He's trying to find a solution. And this is what you read in the paper, and this is the after credits as well, where like Crystal's like, boy, read this. And he like holds it out for you guys, and it just like pans into the camera view, and it's like a news article, right? It's the news. It's the
Right,
rag.
it's the stuff.
And it simply talks about how there's an expedition out to the Worm Hall to meet with the Erngartens. Some tribe, Krush's tribe, led by Mima, is headed out to see if they can't find a cure to the influences of the Black Tars. There's hope for those who live here. There's hope for the swamp denizens. We don't need the Cormyrians, it goes on to say, quotes and so forth. Karsak's, to many, many, many peoples, a good guy. What'd you like? What'd you hate? What'd you remember? Disease? Jade?
I think overall it was good. Just gonna feel like next time's gonna be like a lot of the city stuff. So
We need more time per session, I think. We need to start earlier.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Is everybody able to do it, though?
I
Earlier
should
is always
be.
easier.
How-
I'm
what
Start
time?
earlier.
time working. So.
Start
Hey?
earlier.
What's early?
We don't work.
Earlier is like 5.
No, we don't work Mondays, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
can do 5.
I'm
You
off
can
work
type
at the
in, you can
moment,
do
but
it.
for future stuff.
5:30 then.
Okay.
Well, don't you
That's
think-
I mean,
I
that, the
can
way I
do-
see it is this: we are supposed
So
to,
we'll have a quick
like,
shower and drive
we
here.
collect at 6:30. We start at 7. That's consistent. It's consistent. Not decrying. Just saying it's consistent. So if we got together at 5:30, we'd start at 6. Gives us that extra hour. If you can make that work, then 5:30. Get together at 6.
Yeah.
We can make that work for the last few sessions.
Yeah.
That gives
I
me
think
3
I can
hours.
make five.
I might fuck it up down. Jesus Christ.
Just,
So fucking.
just
That
Hi.
guy?
It might be. Might be
I
somebody
come
else.
in peace.
What's up, Stella? Can you teach common sense?
Hi there, humanity. My name is Don. I'm an alien. But don't worry, we come in peace.
You don't speak for us.
I definitely don't come in peace.
Exactly. If peace happens, then fine.
Then what should I say?
You know what? Tell them we come in peace, and then they won't be expecting an invasion.
Ooh, tell them we come in peace.
What movie is this now? What's this kid?
Never heard it.
I have no idea what that was, but I like it.
Really bummed out to miss that session on that Monday, but I couldn't get a schedule.
Yeah.
We have some Undying fans, and I appreciate them all. Like Undying fans, like 10 years on. It's crazy. Well, no, like 6, 8. I'm not sure. Time has no
Close to a
meaning.
decade.
Time is a construct, you know. So
What, for, with, like, the boat and stuff, and the escort that what is it? Croker?
Karsak?
Cocoon.
Karsak, yeah.
Talking about Karsak, the big bullywug shaman?
Yeah.
Karsak, you called him.
Karsak.
That was
What did you
just.
call her character's name?
Oh God, that
There-
killed me.
There's a lot of, there was like humanoids, like, whatever his name is,
Lar.
Batman, and like the
Oh
other two.
fuck my life.
Croman.
Okay,
Crowman,
Croman. Yeah,
and
yeah.
what are other like? What are their guards? Like the purple dragons are the Era's kind of guards.
Yeah, so Draken always had his own sort of militia, and he was contracting with Siskel from what you can see. So he'd always have Siskelian specialists. That's why he always had Siskelian elite, the big Brutuses and shit like that.
Yeah.
But Karsak was the real one that really carried them. Karsak was the one that came out with the 2 of them. Croman had like one that he contracted before, and then he mostly has just like normal specialists. That's what you see.
Or does he have like ship crew, like just like lower rank people?
Oh, for sure. He's got
Okay.
like whatever.
Are they a lot like humanoid?
They're arranged. They're but they
It's
seem
good
mostly,
enough
if not
Yeah.
Drover, then full on
Kind
swamp.
of want one.
So
He's like a
Drover are
croissant.
like the half swamp people,
Croissant.
so they would speak swamp speak and stuff.
So yeah, they're it's funny that they because literally they are they're like the Afrikaans of Australia, right?
Okay.
They're those folks that are just like super tribal in the swamps. So that's what they are. Is they're sort of like not just like half human. They are generations into being human, but in the swamp.
Okay.
They're full on bayou people.
Okay.
And then some. What am I missing? Sounds great. I don't need to know. It's fine. It's fine. I trust you to your own devices. You're all having a good time. I'm fine with it.
With that, and the population of this city, is it just like mostly like swamp people, like bullywugs and lizard folk?
So everywhere you guys are going in this, I want to say that as you guys are traversing around this city, it is the big fucking apple, or rather the big fucking mud pit. This 3 trees. It's got the 3 massive trees, and they are 3 massive trees. They've got all sorts of fronds coming off them. They're palm, but they're straight up, just these massive things. And they've got netting between them that are just like holding them together. So my point is they'd be palms that are like angled and bending over, but they are the just giganticest palm trees that you can imagine. They got to be, at least, God, I don't even know, 60 feet in radius, like at the trunk. Just these humongous things, like they've got stairs built into them and out of them, and they've got platforms at whatever levels, and then finally netting over top and whatever city overhead. But 3 Trees itself is mostly sprawling out on the valley, and you've got like a couple cliffs and a couple towers. But it is very much, like I say, a very a Chicago or New Yorkian, just the big sprawl of mixed folk and mixed classes, all in a melting pot all together. Bless you as well.
Ege.
Okay.
So that's the whole of Three Trees. And I want to illustrate that there's only these two major city centers, but they are like mimicries of Cormyrean civilization. So they do their best to uphold laws and have guards and discuss through things in politics. But when you go into the buildings, they're crawling on the ceilings and they're eating people they don't agree with, right? Just like it gets to be bestial all the same because they're so beast folk, and it's just what they are, so to speak. I am a scorpion after all, so to speak. But
So
but yeah.
there's like frog people, lizard people. What is there any other type of people?
Yeah, there's still dwarves and elves and whatnot, but a lot
Okay.
of mixed races as well. You meet a lot of Irrengarden related people wherever you go. During your research, you also discover Tycho Irrengarden history. By the way, hi, how you doing? So over in Worm Hall, this guy, crazy elf that he is, the crazy pikey, pointy or whatever the fuck, came in and decided he was going to protect the whole of the Farseas. One guy, he's going to protect us all. And how's he going to do it? By fucking a whole bunch of people all around the Farseas. That's right. All these various frog folk and lizard folk and whatnot. He's going to pick the most royal of them all and sire bloodlines. And that's Tycho's history. And now he's got whatever bloodlines that are defending the whole of the Farseas against the pumps, the black leaks and whatnot. Doing whatever he can. Situated at the far end of what's called the Long Road.
So he fucked a bunch of frogs.
And lizards and fish folk, all the royal lineages, including the coral hearts, to get to the point where he's related to everybody in the swamp, and moreover, is responsible for protecting the whole of the swamp from the black pumps, the black leaks.
Have we met that person yet?
That's Wormhole.
Oh,
Nobody's been
okay,
there.
nobody's been there. Okay.
But you learn that that's over there, and
Yeah.
that's where he's from. At the end of the Long Road.
So there's like
And
a
you
lot-
know about this.
So there's,
I'm gonna
there's
go
a lot
find
of
my family.
There's a lot of hybrid.
He himself is a pureblood elf,
Okay.
but like I say, he has sired however many bloodlines. It's his brother Sigma that that you guys have been fighting.
Dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
With that said,
Did I get my source back at the end of that? Or
Your which?
My source, like the power, because I still don't have.
Yeah, you get your powers back.
Okay, wasn't sure. We didn't really.
That was last session that we were saying the Bostra is going to be your new.
Yeah,
your
it
new
just
patron.
just wasn't in the.
Oh, sorry.
the
Well, we
table.
talked about it today,
Yeah,
right? Like
a little bit, yeah.
with everything going
That's
on.
why I
there.
was kind of waiting. I'm just like.
Yeah.
I
I
just,
expected
like, don't
that
know.
you picked out your stuff.
I do. I just didn't know
great,
if
yeah,
I thought you said last time like we'll mention it in this session, so I kind of just waited because I wasn't sure. Like not everyone was here.
I am off game today. I apologize.
I was just curious because I didn't want to use any spells if I didn't have them.
No, by all means, yeah. Like I say, you picked, by all means, yeah. You wanted to pick out from the trickery and thing. I mean, I'm all for it. I think at the end of the day, blending and, I think that facet of it should be handled by the player.
Yeah,
And
well, I already I
personally-
made it. I made a homebrew page, so it's already on my page.
I've never worried about what people pick out of the canon stuff that way. I'm just saying, like, as long as it's canon options, it's fine.
So then at the after credit scene, then since I have my spell,
After.
after credit scene, it's like that like Marvel movie. It's like that second scene is I want to get closer to the other side, so like all like the Fox Mantle and people. So and I don't want because they know what we look like and stuff. So as I'm just kind of standing there, kind of see kind of like black kind of skin form on my body, and it sheds off, and I'm now looking like a hybrid lizard.
Holy crap.
To kind of hide myself.
With the silhouette of Dumbastra behind you, of course.
Yeah. So I have disguised self now.
At which point it cuts between the one one after the next.
Going full scroll on this.
We're not gonna know who you are.
Oh, I know, but I don't want them. They know what we look like.
It shows you walking out into the population, people cheering your people.
And I have
as you look amongst them and they look amongst you, hissing happily, smelling you as you smell them.
And I am also now proficient in swamp speak, so I'm going to fit right in here.
And you do?
Yeah.
It shows you, like I say, like Shit, what is it? Kind of. Go ahead. Yeah.
I just had to do a hybrid because in disguise self I can't have tails. So
No,
I have
that's
to
fine,
do, I have to do
yeah.
like
Like I
that
say,
weird hybrid looking
100% you
lizard
fit in.
person.
If you had pointed ears, even better.
Yeah.
But as it stands, it shows a kind of Born Identity moment from overhead as you disappear into the crowd, and it shows all the crowd all around as everybody's milling about. But yeah, we'll have to figure you out a bow somehow, somewhere here, some shop somewhere, some cheap something. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
It shows you going from shop to shop in the aftermath, like, you know, the very,
Or
very
I just
after.
find
It's
like
just
a
overhead.
very expensive shiny rock.
And then finally that and back to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
With that, anything else though?
Oh, I do have a question. So for my unarmed strike, it says I can use like kick, punch, headbutt. Since I have the
Oh,
little
no.
spikes come on the top, can I do like my armed strike?
I'll give you a D4.
What's that?
Like a
I'll give you
ram
a D4.
attack.
Okay, but I mean, I get D6 on my unarmed strike. Can I make it piercing if I do it with the head?
No, I'm saying, well, I'll give you an additional D4 when
Okay.
you use a headbutt.
Okay, cool, sweet.
If you use too many headbutts,
I can't fucking like
Conscience.
CTIs then?
yeah, you lose
Yeah.
basic addition
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Forgets how to speak.
You know what I mean, right? Like a
forget
little
to
bit of the
speak
alphabet
as it
will
is.
start to fade on you.
Bappy, Hershey.
Shit happens. That's what it is.
Yeah.
How much money did I get?
How much money out of the
No,
armory?
purple dragons are
He
paying
gave
you
me.
anymore.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no.
no. Christo tossed you a.
not getting
what was
paid
everybody
anymore
getting
either.
paid? Do you remember what your wage was? He, yeah, sorry. Thank you for reminding me.
I like
Everybody
that.
takes their wage, by the way. Actually, 2 sets of it. Shoot, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
only got
count
paid
your money.
once.
It wasn't like 50 gold?
I'm pretty sure it was 50. Yeah, 50.
Or maybe it was a week? I don't know.
50 a 10-day or something like that. In any event, he pays you guys 100 gold. He gives you guys each 2 sacks of gold and says, despite what is going on in Skevrin, he is not against this, huh?
100.
Right,
What exactly did I get from the barracks?
oh shit, I mean,
I
any
raided
sort of,
all the
you can have
barracks.
any sort of mundane weaponry you want.
Any mundane?
Yeah, any mundane shit you want. The purple dragons here in Three Trees, they had it. They just don't give a shit about it. It costs too much to transport it back. That's, how
not,
it is.
So that's not like martial weapons. It's just.
All and any in-book, canon, normal, mundane gear is situated. It's a big city, the only purple dragons outpost that they have here,
So-
and they didn't give a shit about transporting anything back. It's mundane, but if it's in the book, you can have it.
Mundane, martial, and simple weapons.
And exotic.
Laser rifle.
Ooh!
Well,
Anti-matter rifles!
you know, with some exceptions.
Ah, fuck
Some
you,
restrictions
frogs.
may apply. See in store for details.
Did you say fuck you frogs?
Fuck you, oh, yeah.
I turned against all you.
Wow.
Anything
Never
else?
forget that.
No, other than that, I would just be looking for some magical rings that might give me buffs. Other than the bow, but the bow is my primary concern.
Wait, didn't we take care of like jewelry and shit? Like general shopping?
Not really.
Yeah. Like I say, I was off this kid.
That's right.
It isn't, it isn't. You got a job.
I think you're running.
It doesn't
I
matter
don't,
too
damn
much
it. I'll be flagellating hard tonight. And anyway, yeah, right. Fuck this fucking thing.
for me. Okay, I'm ready to move. Ah, my ass.
I just,
Yes?
I had to switch my armor because
Okay.
I'm now not proficient.
You're still running around in bikini mail, for fuck me.
That's what I want to know. I was.
That's just like, I'm so sorry, but yeah, that, I just
Yeah.
gotta, that too. I'm sorry, as you were saying.
I'm just saying I switched
kill.
to scale mail.
Okay, that's
Because I'm not
perfectly fine.
proficient in-
Now tell us about the thing. What the fuck? Are you like you've traveled off? Hector's out there like, you know,
You're
with
half
no problem
wizard
with it,
now?
but he's got whatever armor that you
No.
ordered from him.
Wait,
I just
you
have
like-
No,
Well,
he gave
Didn't
me
he
it.
show up at the
Remember?
bar?
He
Yeah,
showed
he
up
showed
at the
up.
bar and he tossed it.
I know, but you're keeping it.
Yeah.
Okay, just
You
making
get,
sure.
it gives me no disadvantage on fucking.
No, I have no
stealth.
issue with
Of
it. I
course
keep
not.
forgetting about
Always
this
wearing
fucking
your
thing.
bikini.
I keep fucking forgetting about
People
this. I
don't
gotta.
usually
Looks great.
It does, and I'm failing as a DM right there too. Damn.
Easy.
All right, anyway.
You what?
I have disguise self.
Mayor 20 is
Oh,
on
still
20.